He didn't hit start 2 minutes ago, and he hasn't been talking to an empty screen this whole time. It's fine. Dude, I don't know what's up with YouTube recently. It's taking forever to start. Hi.
Is it time?
It is
He
time.
didn't
Hit start 2 minutes. All right, we're here. We're here. What up? What up, dudes? Grace is here. She wants to pick a winner.
Okay.
Hi, Grace.
Hi.
All right. So each row is the same. They're just shuffled. Okay. So you just need to look at one row. Who's winning?
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. Who's winning?
Wow, I know. I'm trying to think.
Who's winning though?
Well, hold on.
I'm going with Quirky Girl 69.
I had thought about that. So if you're gonna go with that, then I'm gonna go with Bongo 867.
We love Bongo 867 in this house.
Do we?
I think so.
Do you know them?
Yeah, they've been the last couple new player tournaments.
All right, Bongo, I believe in you.
I believe their name isn't that on Steam. I'm trying to remember who they are on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is who I think it is, then that's a good choice.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to remember. I can't remember their Steam name, but I remember the player I'm thinking of usually plays Khorne and has a cult. They always do Valkia, a cultist, and then like a pretty heavy front line. But anyway, I can't remember his name right now. And then I'll see it. I'll be like, of course it's this. But yeah, Bongo. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go Bongo, go.
All right. I don't want to stream.
Well.
So like, can I come upstairs with you?
You can, but you're gonna disappoint all those people.
Dude, fuck them. What? Why do we need them? Thanks for coming down. Have fun Stardew-izing.
Thanks.
Is the cat in here?
I don't think so.
Okay, I didn't want you to shut the door while he's in here. Bye. That was Grace, everybody. Let's find ourselves a game, huh? So, we're going to try and watch Bongo 867 for our first game of the night, since Grace voted for him to win. Might as well. Seems fine. It seems fine. Everything's fine. Want me to make a spectator slot for you in the first round? Blob sauce, that would be good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Blob Sauce's Blobbing Pit. We can also go watch Blob Sauce. No pressure. Well, maybe a little pressure. Maybe a lot of pressure. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm tired. I'm very tired. I've had a long 3 weeks straight. But we're getting there. Hello from Italy. Hi, Justy Cody. Justy Cody! Or Justy Code. Though your Italy comment made me think that your name is not Justy Code. Bongo responded with a smiley face. I'm concerned I am missing something. Not missing something. I just don't want to miss out on Blob Sauce's game if Bongo doesn't want to be spectated. So that's the thing. That's really the conundrum we're having. Is that Blob Sauce is right there. He has a spectator slot open. Should I go watch him? Oh, he's typing. He's typing. Everybody shut up. He's typing. It is 2:36 a.m. there. They would really like it. All right, let's go. All right, we'll spectate Bongo for round one. Blob Sauce, you send me that replay. You better send me that replay. Yes, we do host new player tournaments every week. I haven't gotten to stream the European ones in a while. I keep foisting it upon my cohort. Mostly Tactical Itch. I'm hoping to do an EU one next week, but I've just been super busy on my end. Next week should be good. Yes. I should be able to host it Wednesday and stream it for everybody. Buongiorno, Mr. DB. Buongiorno. Alright, we are waiting for a bongo lobby to appear. As Bongo is fighting Bloated. Okay. I am hoping this stream will be 3 hours or less so that I can go to bed on time. I discovered your channel recently. Really love your content, man. Keep going. Thanks, dude. Thanks. I will. The first game is going to be a little slow just because it'll be live and I'll hop in and they'll do their picks and bans and builds and stuff. It won't be terribly long, but then hopefully the rest of the stream will just be replays, which means we'll just get action after action after action. But the start of the stream is usually a little chill as we catch our first replay live, and then it takes a little bit. Phoenix King staying up awful late to say hello to us, so I suppose that's common around these parts. Tech elites are a disease. Voting for Blob Sauce. Tech elite, are you trying to recruit him for NC, or what's going on with that? I see Blob Sauce hanging out in the NC Discord, and that's fucked up. It's fucked up. We don't just let anybody hang out there, so maybe think about that. Better not see any Kislev. Kislev feels ridiculous. I finally got to play a couple games, and Kislev did me dirty. It was not a happy time when Kislev just straight ran me over. NC stands for nice cock. Yes. Yes, it does. Sorry. Still waiting on the lobby. I don't know where Bongo and Bloated ended up. They said I could spectate. And then they disappeared forever. I messaged his opponent. They're messaging back. Oh my goodness. Just play Skaven to beat Kislev? Yeah, I tried that. It went so badly. It went so badly. Alright. What up, Antoyevich? Phoenix King, that sounds badass. I'm reading the High Elf Omnibus right now, Phoenix King, and I keep thinking of you. Any more deep, dark Wood Elf lore? No. Why don't I see the lobby? They sent me the lobby code, but I don't see it. Join with code. There's that. Just says DD. Or it's blank. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look promising. Okay. Still working on it. Sorry. As far as any good lore, no, nothing like crazy relatable that would be good for Total War fans. I don't know. I'm busy stressing about getting in this lobby and getting something going. Then I can focus more on your questions. I know I should eat something that's not canned ravioli, but we don't have much at home. I've been through that. Sometimes you just gotta eat what's around you, not what you want to eat. Getting mad. Getting upset. Awkwardly filling time on stream as the tournament has started 15 minutes ago and we don't even have a lobby for our first game. And it's awkward because I want to fill time and be entertaining, but I'm also busy trying to focus on where the game's at! But I'm not mad. I've gotten over it. I'm chilling. Don't feel weird at all. When will Vampire Coast get sharks with laser beams? You won't settle for a sea beast. It would be good at fighting the land ship. Okay. We are officially at 15 minutes with no lobby. And no replies from the players. So I'm gonna play a quick battle, I guess. Alright. We'll just do a quick battle till somebody has a replay for us, because that attempt at casting a live game did not work at all. did not work at all! I messaged both players, like, not to be a dick, just telling you what happened on my end in case you're like, why were we just sitting around for 15 minutes? On my end, I was like, hey, you want us to cast you? A guy was like, sure. And then I asked him, hey, do you have a lobby? 10 minutes, no answer. I go to his opponent. Hey, do you guys have a lobby? Let me host one. Okay, cool. I wait. He sends me a code. The code leads nowhere. I'm like, hey, what happened with the code? Oh, I joined his lobby. Okay, is there a spec slot? Let me ask. Nothing. I type the other guy, do you have a spec slot? Nothing. 15 minutes have passed. Nothing's happened on stream. Okay, I'm just gonna ditch that. I'm sorry, but this is getting really awkward. And I have to, like, entertain the stream. Alright, let's play some Wood Elves. Wolfbire playing Warriors of Chaos versus the Wood Elves. Do we sweat? Do we sweat or do we chill? Oh, let's chill. We'll play Orion. King of the Wild Hunt. Don't need anything but Hawk's Talon, then his other things. So Orion's fine. Let's get Great Stag Knights because they're just really fun. I enjoy them quite a bit. Wild Hunters Kurnos are also a good unit. 2 Glade Riders, though why bother with Glade Riders when you get Glade Riders with Hagbane Tips? Now that's pod racing. And then let's get some Starfire Shafts, then 5 basic Glade Guard. I have no money for a front line, but let's see what I can afford. Not a lot. So let's get the Winterheart Guard. This build is pretty shit, but maybe we can make it better. Uh-oh, he's ready. How long has he been ready? Not long. I don't have a caster. Wood Elf units are so expensive, it actually hurts my little soul. Okay, I don't want a healing caster. That's for little babies. Let's just get a Pit of Shades caster and hope that this person blobs. Because if they blob, not intentionally, but like accidentally blob, we can just wreck their whole day, and that'll be the highlight of my life. Let's see. What can we do with this extra funds? I guess get a War Dancer? That seems pointless, but whatever. I'm running out of time. There we go. 0 gold spend. It's a winner. This is a very bad build, but we'll try and win. Play the campaign, Yo Legend. Yeah. So Phoenix King, you were talking to me about lore stuff, and I got distracted by being really awkward and uncomfortable. So I'm reading the High Elf books, and the reason they're so funny is I read so many dwarf books in a row, so many, because I read all of the Gotrek and Felix books, and then I read the War of Vengeance, which was High Elves and Dwarves. I read the Sundering, which is an elf book, and then I read the Dwarf Omnibus, Masters of Stone and Steel, which is just a bunch of short stories about dwarves, which is fun. It was good. The only problem with dwarves is that all of their stories are the exact same, which is fun. Like, the story is fun, but the 10th time it's not as fun. But it's like, yes, dwarves are angry. Yes, whenever the dwarves talk to each other, it's going to be honor this, honor that, and you didn't address me perfectly correctly, so now I'm pissed off forever. And you're like, haha, kind of funny. By the 10th time, you're like, all right, I'm over it. The thing about reading about the elves that gets really funny is I'm not an elf guy in any lore, like Dungeons & Dragons, Warhammer, any lore. I'm not an elf guy. But the Warhammer elves are entertaining because all of them think they're the main character. And I was just, if you were in that voice chat with me in NC before I started the stream, you heard this, but yeah. All of them think they're the main character, even if they're absolutely not. Like, if the page starts with, Cillian Greyheart was a good little elf, and he just wanted to grow up to lead the Eagle Gate, and he was one day from retirement. You and me being a pop culture individual, I've read books before, I know that means this fucker's gonna die. He's one day from retirement, he's gonna die. Okay, I got that. But Syrian doesn't seem to know he's gonna die, and like, just constantly acts like he's the main character, like he's gonna be just fine, and if a Hydra comes up to get his ass, he's like, nah, I can take it, and you as the reader are like, no, I don't think you can. I think you're gonna fucking die. And he's like, doing triple backflips, spouting off all this stuff, telling you how great his father was, trying to make Anarian himself proud, and you're still like, pretty sure you're gonna die any second now. And he just goes for it. And of course he fucking dies. I don't know. It's just, there's something so, like, genuine about the way the High Elf characters are written that they actually think they have a shot versus anything, and it's really funny. Team Liquid Jersey, what a legend. Yeah. It is rather warm where I live, and... Those are horsemen throwing axes? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's rather warm where I live, and this is maybe the only shirt I have that has any wicking potential. Run, Wood Elven steeds, run! We're in danger! We're in danger! Oh no! This isn't a trap! I'm not leading you into a trap, I'm in danger! Get his ass! Alright, so that's going fine. I do need to move up my little Wood Elves. Neep. Orion's here, motherfucker. Blob on me. Do it. Do it. See what happens. Are those chosen? Yes, they are. Who's in danger now? Fool! Alright, so we'll win this just fine. I'll land here, see if the chosen want to get nice and blobby with me. Hit them with a nice old Pit of Shades. Great Stag Knights can charge Valkia, and that'll be the end of that. Let's get some focus fire on anybody who doesn't have a shield. And Orion's still going nuts, but our Pit of Shades works. Let's back off. We got the damage out we're gonna get there. Man, these dogs are holding for a long time, considering they're surrounded. That's messed up. Great Stag Knight's trying to surround Valkia and do good work. My Wood Elves are in stupid butt mode formation, but that's fine. It's whatever. I'm not mad about it at all. Let's kite back slightly. Winterheart Guard walk towards the Soul of Damnation ominously. Orion, just sit there, dude. Just sit there. Accept your fate. Alright. All Glade Guard. Let's... The ones that aren't kiting away, let's stop and shoot at that thingy. How's this going? They're still holding... They're winning?! How are they winning? Your melee stats are far superior and I got you a surround! What the fuck? At this point, I'm just gonna let you lose to teach you a lesson. The Great Stag Knights lost to Valkia too. Alright guys, alright guys. I'm learning that Wood Elves are a good roster. I'm learning that Wood Elves are actually really fucking good. That's what we're learning today. Wow. I am pogging as we speak. Wood Elves are so fucking good. This faction sucks. I don't know if anybody caught what I was laying down there, but Wood Elves suck. Holy shit. They're so bad. Alright, Great Stag Knights surround Valkia, get like half her HP and fucking lose when I put them in a winning situation. I get a full surround with 2 hybrid skirmish cav versus a shittier, cheaper skirmish cav and a fucking dog unit, and you lose! And you lose! You assholes! You shitty, garbage assholes! I hate all of you. All of you! Failures. Failures, pieces of shit, worthless garbage. I almost said human garbage, but that does a disservice to humans. Winterheart Guard have killed off the Soul of Damnation. You're still fighting on halberds, which, like, admittedly, that's my bad. I'm not criticizing Orion, because I just kind of let him go and let him do his own thing. And I accept, you know, I accept that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at how much damage he's taken, because I was kind of using him to bait out an overcasted Pit of Shades. But at this point, it's getting ridiculous how long it's taking me to get these Winds of Magic back, because this lady sucks. Because everything sucks. What else suck? I feel like I'm a positive influence. I feel like people come to this stream because they like the good vibes. You know? We're just all about being happy and good energy. Like, I think people really like hanging out with us. Alright, we're routing some stuff off over here. Whatever. Everything's... Whatever. Dude, I don't care anymore. Just come here. Just come here, you pieces of shit. Those are chosen, more like frozen in place as I Hawk's Talon their bitch ass. Demon Shield at point blank range? Sure, fuck them up. Let's go get those dogs. You keep kiting away, it's fine. It's fine. Ward answers, you're fighting to the very end. I appreciate the hustle. Are those chosen? For me? It would be a shame if someone were to Pit of Shades the chosen. Might be a bit of a shame. Clump up, boys. Bring it in. Bring it in. There you go. All right, those guys are doomed. Got the dogs at last. Great Stag Knights can beat dogs. Go figure. Took a bunch of overcast damage. This game is getting much closer than it should have been. I made some admittedly very lazy decisions, and then a couple hoopsie whoopsie fucky wuckies occurred, as somehow 2 Glade Riders lost to a fucking dog. I am the defender of the forest, yada yada, so and so, such and such. Oh, how were you defeated in battle? Some dogs, bro. Some dogs. They were like, bark, bark, and I just couldn't handle that. So I fucking died. Stupid assholes. Whatever. It's fine, dude. It's fine. I need that Pit of Shades caster in case those halberds become a problem, but I did want to get a little cycle charge into Valkia. We're pulling ahead on the balance of power, as is our birthright, but we lost our Eternal Guard yet again, which is, you know, whatever. It's all fine. It's all good. Trogdor. The resident Wood Elf main comes in as I'm just, like, having a rage bender at the Wood Elves. KV, that's brutal, but I appreciate the honesty. Alright. You guys need to get a little bit of space, then we can charge back into those Chaos Warriors of Khorne. I need to back this lady off while I watch. I want to watch the Great Stag Knight charge, but I want to make sure she doesn't stay in combat with Valkia while I do so. But I do want to see this happen. Come on, my slideshow reindeer. Go! 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 Up, 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 up. Oh God, the humanity! Jesus Christ! Alright, get it, guys. Oh! Valky's beating Orion! Orion! Oh shit. Okay, wait, I might die. No! 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 Fuck you! Orion, run! Orion, run! Oh, that's a lot of damage. Run! Run! She's crazy! she's fucking crazy! Run! Oh shit! No! No, run! Ryan! Javelin mode! Did you friendly fire me? My life is meaningless now that I cast my Pit of Shades. Come here, you dumb bitch! Ryan, get her! Orion! Orion, get her! Nice Pit of Shades on the Chosen. Bounce power is danger low, but Orion, he can't stand up to her. She's too evil. Gandalf, the eagles are coming. Wee. Ow, she actually did a lot of damage on that short attack. All right, go into melee. Go into melee. Arrows are the coward's way out. Melee. We surrender to no man. Oh my God. Army losses! That's a dub. Orion definitely wasn't gonna die. He wasn't. He was doing great in that duel. Orion did fine. I threw him into halberds and he didn't die, so like that's not his fault. He did fine. Shadows Caster got some good Pit of Shades. Great Stag Knight did fine. These two, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. That went so poorly. I am genuinely shocked how poorly that went. Good game to 8 FPS Wolfbuyer, wherever you are. Good game, brother. Good game. Let's go figure that one out, boys and girls, because I don't think that's how that normally goes. I really don't. I think normally 2 Glade Riders kick the shit out of some dogs in skirmish camp. That seemed really dumb. Alright, whatever. I'll just throw a Chaos Lord down. I wonder if the AI is even going to run their skirmish kev into me. We'll see. But that was kind of messed up. I got a bunch of messages. Blob Sauce, you had never messaged me before? What the hell? Alright, let's see if this test can even be properly conducted. Oh wow, when I go into melee mode, all of a sudden that's green. Dogs are red? Dogs are red. Dogs are a threat to you. Dogs have worse stats than you, and they have worse mass than you. How are they a threat? No. You will answer me how dogs are a threat. Oh, wow, on the charge, they lost. That's crazy. They have less stats. How is this supposed to work? How? Okay, So, I fight dogs 1v1, and I win. I fight the Marauder Horsemen 1v1, and I win. How did we lose a 2v2? How? I got the surround on them. How did I lose? I surrounded them. I got a flank attack on them. How did it... I hate this game. Fuck Wood Elves. It's stupid. This is the stupidest shit. How did they lose? I don't want to play this game anymore. Oh my god. Okay. Whatever. In Wood Elves flanking kills, I mean, in Warhammer flanking kills, I guess. I don't know how I lost. Can Horsemen still throw in melee? Maybe, but like, look at how badly we schooled them 1v1, but apparently 2v2, we just got our asses kicked. I don't know. But we have some replays to cast. So let's get into it. I don't know why I put the blocker up. You don't need the blocker. Everything's a best of one, so seeing how many repos I have doesn't spoil anything for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. Let's get into the rumbling. Is that Empire? Yes, it is. This could be based Empire. This could be. Torreson versus Trogdor. Oh god, it's Trogdor. And he's playing Wood Elves. Wood Elves versus the Empire. No steam tank to be found here for the Empire, however. We do have a bunch of Spearmen with shields. Knights of the Blazing Sun, Knights of the Black Rose, Bright Wizard, Huntsman, Boris Todbringer, and Theodore Bruckner on his Demigryph. Does have a whole bunch of his duelist abilities. Did not bring his crazy amulet. Do have 2 Knights of Black Rose and 2 Knights of Blazing Sun overall. We have 2 Great Stag Knights, a whole bunch of Archers, Glade Riders. We are Deepwood Scout Archering, so a little more elite than you'd expect. Now, the front line is a Glade Lord with her Praevenoth Rhema Net. Some form of caster is currently casting a Spinny Spin spell. It looks like a Shadows caster with Pit of Shades. Hey, we just did that. We did the Pit of Shades. You copied us. You copied us. Great Stag Knights sneak past the Imperial Armored Guard. That Great Stag Knight is getting away, but this one's coming up over the hill to pounce on the already... What? How did the Wood Elves get a burning head to go down the Imperial lines? I have questions. Questions that need answering. This Great Stag Knight's charging the already routing Huntsman. Their victory is going to be short-lived, as a beautiful rear charge of Knights of the Blazing Sun is about to wreck these fools. Praevenoth Rhema nets them in place, but it is a little too late to save the Great Stag Knights. Look at all that damage! Look at it all! Oh my god! It's a lot of damage. Beautiful rear charge from Knights of the Blazing Sun, but also Great Stag Knights, showing one of their weaknesses is if they ever get caught in a bad situation, they just die. They just die. Look at them all dying. This is really good cav play. The Empire had a little bit of an oopsie with a burning head that hit mostly their own troops. Now, the Wood Elves did dodge back a little bit to pull the Empire into it, but still, not great. What is going great is all of the cavalry engagements. Did a lot of damage onto that Great Stag Knight. 2 Great Stag Knights over here already dead, and that's about a third of the Wood Elf army depleted, so. Empire getting really good cav engagements, though their front line went so poorly very quickly. All their spearmen are dead, their huntsmen are already under duress. We'll see if the cavalry corps can carry, which I would expect yes. Dryads are terrible against cavalry, and Deepwood Scouts, I mean, they're archers, they get countered by a cav. That's a better burning head. Goes straight through some Dryads and kills them off. I am worried, because now it is this Glade Lord and the Great Stag Knights that are already super wounded's problem to take down. It looks like 3 healthy Empire heavy cav. Is there even a 4th? 3.5. Which is tough. Great Stag Knights will probably win this engagement with the Knights of the Blazing Sun, but after that, they're going to be just so depleted you can't stop the other 3 Empire Knights. Again, Knights of the Empire, not the literal unit called Empire Knights. I should rephrase that, but these guys should be fine. Though these Knights of Blazing Sun lose the plot a little bit, and Trogdor are going to jump on them with Glade Rider as well as Deepwood Scouts kite away, and maybe they can get some volleys in there and really finish off the Knights of Blazing Sun, which would be huge. But currently, they're trying to avoid the Knights of Black Rose that have dove on them. And they're getting hunted down wherever the poor Deepwood Scouts try and find a home. Hi, Nardu. Thanks for the view. Something just happened here. Pravenoth Rema onto a Knight unit. There they are, Knights of Blazing Sun. Some of them are all the way over there, though most of them are right here. Currently getting shot by Deepwood Scouts. Their shields are facing the wrong way because they turned around to fight the Glade Lord. They're netted. They don't have a choice. It's not like Torreson made a mistake or anything. But still, there's a concerning amount of heavy cav. 2 full health heavy calves still trying to run down the Deepwood Scouts. 1 of the 3 Deepwood Scouts is dead. The Wood Elves only have their Lord and the Glade Riders to try and peel. Boris is coming over. Theodore is somewhere. There he is. He's off in the distance dueling a Spellsinger of Shadows, which is not... That is not much of a duel, my friend. That is the most dishonorable thing I've seen all day. Oh well. Deepwood Scout is dead, and I do like this. Just ignore the Glade Lord. Let Toddy maybe deal with her, but the Knights of Black Rose just need to take out Deepwood Scouts. To Trogdor's credit, he got most of his ammunition out as his Deepwood Scouts. Only one of them has above a third ammunition. That's pretty good. It's pretty good ammo usage. Good job keeping them alive. Deepwood Scouts do suffer from the Wood Elf problem, though, in that they're extremely fragile, very expensive, and hard to keep alive. And if you do keep them alive, they'll reward you modestly. And you don't want modest returns on something that hard to keep alive. This thing needs to be carrying the game for you, and they're just not doing that. These Deepwood Scouts used almost all of their ammo, and they got a little over half their value back. That's bad. That's just flat out bad. And that's how I feel about the Wood Elves right now. Great Stag Knights and the Glade Lord trying to snipe out Toddy. They'll do a decent job of it. Toddy's moderately tanky and has his own self-healing, but like he's not incredible in melee or anything like that, especially when he's outnumbered. His leadership debuffs plus his terror might get rid of the Great Stag Knight soon, but since the Knights of Blazing Sun were routed off, it looks like there won't be that leadership shock. He really needs to get those guys down low enough to terror out. Not that it threatens the outcome of this game. I mean, the Empire just owned the field. There's some Dryads. Oh no, some Dryads. I mean, we have Burning Head, we have Heavy Cav. Those guys will get taken out. There's a full health Glade Rider, but that's not going to be enough to kill all this heavy cav. I'm kind of surprised the Empire isn't coming to bail out Boris right now. This just seems like an unnecessary amount of damage. But I do think, in the balance of power and the game state, I think the Empire's just so far ahead that this really isn't going to punish him. Really nice use of Pravenoth Rema to keep Boris in a bad situation. Finally, he looks like he was about to pull out to safety, and then the Wood Elves are like, no, and keep him in place. But this is what we were waiting for, is for the heavy cav to actually just come down and help Boris out a little bit. Remember, his terror, he is going to try and rout the Great Stag Knights. As soon as those Knights hit, their leadership falters enough that they'll terror out, leaving the Glade Lord all alone, and then Boris can probably run over and hit her a couple times, or him a couple times. I think this is the her version. I think that's the her version. I mean, Pravenoth Rema, yes, but I actually forget if either of the Glade Lords is a she. Now I'm just doubting everything I think I know about things. Theodore Bruckner is trying. He's doing his best to participate in this battle, as the Wood Elves just ignored him the entire game and walked away from him in places. Comes charging in, beautiful animation, really good damage out on the Triads, good stuff. Boris is still dueling with the Glade Lord as the Titan's headsman is popped onto her. Still 36 melee defense despite the debuff. That's actually rather impressive, but the heavy cav are proving their worth as they grind through the Glade Riders. They're not taking much damage from the Dryads at all, and they're just supporting Boris in this endeavor. And that is a game-winning Burning Head down the line. There is army losses. And that is GG. Actually, pretty good game there from the Wood Elves. And of course, Torreson for winning. I was just saying that was a close game, and it's not something you expect out of the Wood Elves versus Empire. So good stuff from Trogdor. I think he played it pretty well. It's like just his units let him down. Like these Deepwood Scout values are pretty pathetic considering how well he set them up to do things. Great Stag Knights. 2 of them got wrecked on that bottom flank where Torreson took a really good engagement with Theodore and Boris on those Great Stag Knights. That was tough, but one Great Stag Knight got a lot of value. Blade Lord did fine. Yeah. Good first game, though. Nice and close. I have 3 messages. Let's see what it's about. Blob Sauce sent us a game. I don't know why. Why would he do that? Blob Sauce made Jay sad. Versus Biggs! Oh, we love Biggs. We do love Biggs, guys. We love Biggs. Though Biggs is coming out spicy. So he's fighting against Kislev, which is the best faction in the game right now, if Empire isn't. They're first or second. And he is taking a high Beastmaster with no caster. I have notes. Take a caster. You want a caster. You always need a caster. Strat game popped in, just have message retracted. That's classic strat. For Blob Sauce, I see no blob, and I do see some sauce. We have 5 Streltsy. Love Streltsy. Mordheim Beowulf Sings in the Woods. Front line of Armored Kossars. We do have an Ice Witch of Tempest with Hailstorm and Gust of True Flight. Then some Kossovite Dervishes on the flanks. And on the other flank, we have Griffin Legions. Cool. On the other side for the Dark Elves, a Witch Elf and Bleak Sword front line, 5 Dark Shards, all with shields, and then 2 Blackguard of Nagaron and 1 Cold One Knight. We do have a high Beastmaster up on his Manticore, and he did bring with him Tormentor's Sword, and then his Feather Foe Torque, which only affects flying units. Kislev does not have any flying units, so unfortunately that is going to be a wasted item in this specific matchup. The Witch Elves all died. That was alarming. Did anybody see the Witch Elves all die? They're gone. Look at that middle one. They're fucking dead. Oh my god. Mordheim Beowulfs charge in, absolutely mess up a Bleak Sword. That's cool. Wish Skaven had a monstrous infantry that could do that. Well, that's fine. Witch Elves getting rear charged by the Griffin Legion already almost takes them out as well. In fact, there they go. Things in the Woods might want to hop onto those Dark Shards. It looks like that is, in fact, their plan as they trumble along towards those Dark Elf archers who are trying to fall back. Not there's anywhere to fall back to. We have Griffin Legion and Kossovite Dervishes all lurking around back here to find you. Dark Elf frontline has fallen apart in all forms, as the Streltsy and Armored Kossars are more than up to the task of killing some Bleak Swords and Witch Elves, and now the Dark Shards have issues. Either they keep running and they get shot in the back, or they stand and fight and get shot in the face and run down by dogs, all that stuff. Griffin Legion mounting a glorious charge into the backs of these Dark Shards. These unsuspecting Dark Shards. In comes a Hailstorm, but that doesn't matter. As we watch that beautiful charge, and the leadership debuff it applies does take out the Dark Shards from full HP to routing. There they go. Other ones getting close to routing as well. We'll see if any charges come for them. Kossovite Dervishes are running into the Cold One Knights, but that's not as good as the Griffin Legion. Kossovite Dervishes are weak little light calves. The Cold One Knights should be fine. Should be. They don't have glorious charge or anything. Streltsy do need to start peeling for their Armored Kossar and other Streltsy compatriots. They kind of need to free up this backline so they can keep shooting. Dark Shards are also just firing in. Armored Kossars should probably be walking at them in melee. Getting decent damage out. Another Hailstorm onto 2 units. Not too much damage from them. A little bit. Oh, that's still going. It must have been overcast. Yeah. Alright, cool. Griffin Legion going to go fight the High Beastmaster, who has tried to get involved in this fight for a little bit. They are chasing down some Shattered units. They'll want to loop back around and get over here. Some Mordheim Beowulfs are knocked out. Kossovite Dervishes all taking a lot of damage. I told you the Cold One Knights would happily take this fight. They are chilling. It's really going to be up to the Streltsy to do some good work now. Not loving how long this Streltsy has been left to his doom. Someone does need to give him a little helping hand as they light up the Blackguard. It's like 4 Streltsy shooting the Blackguard. I'm not shocked. It is just still hilarious to see their health bars shrink by that much. Griffin Legion did not achieve much versus the High Beastmaster, decided to say fuck it and charge somewhere else. Looks like the Kislevite Cav is trying to get to these last couple Dark Shards here. Blackguard do brace just in time, and the Griffin Legion's charge was somehow mitigated. They weren't in their charge animations. They just walk, unfortunately, into their death. Yeah, that's a really good Tormentor Sword by Biggs, locking these guys down in the middle of the Blackguard and Agarond. A little bit of a whoopsie there from Kislev. Gonna lose those guys. Colden Knights will fight with the Griffin Legion. They'll probably win that fight. The Colden Knights will. But the Griffin Legion should do enough to knock them out, and then the rest of this game could be Kislev just walking away from the Dark Elves and shooting them. Whoever you aren't going for, they'll shoot. Something like that. Because then all your balance power is going to be an almost dead Colden Knight after the Griffin Legion's done with them. Almost dead Blackguard, almost dead Blackguard, and a full health High Beastmaster could only be one place at a time. So see what the Streltsy can do here. Currently trying to peel off anybody that rallies. Gonna let some Bleak Swords get into melee combat, but their hybrid stats should keep them alive. And yeah, this is more of what I was worried about for the High Beastmaster. Full HP, let's see how much the Streltsy can do. Never mind, it's gonna aim at Bleak Swords instead. Guess we'll watch them shoot these guys. Silver Shield this, you elf fucks! Get lit up. 1500 HP and dropping. Dark Elves doing a good job scrapping back into this game. The Golden Knights are healthier than I would have expected after their fight. And maybe not healing for the Streltsy could come back and hurt Blob Sauce. So these Streltsy over here are still dealing with their own issues. They do eventually get the Bleak Swords out of here. Beautiful flank shots onto the Golden Knights. Can they get a lot of damage out? We will see. And these Streltsy, don't know what they're shooting at. Looks like they're just stuck in melee with the Blackguard. Which, you know, fair. So the Streltsy have to focus on shooting one thing at a time, because it looks like all of them are kind of doing different stuff right now. So there, the Golden Knights are gone. Everybody needs to shoot the same Blackguard. I guess this one. Route that one. Then these guys can help you shoot that one, route that one. Then you've routed everything. Then you all shoot the High Beastmaster. He can only be one place at a time. He will die. You'll win the game. It looks like that is slowly happening. I also wouldn't hate for the Streltsy just to shoot these guys that are running away to make sure they don't come back. It looks like they are going to try and get in range of the High Beastmaster. Bounce power is danger low for the Dark Elves as Kislev lines up a few shots. I'm going to say as soon as this volley completes, army losses hits. Ah, I was a little off. Damn. Well, we tried. No caster? Yeah. You always want a caster. Unless your faction literally doesn't have casters, you always want one. Streltsy, really good value for them overall. Things in the Woods and Griffin Legion struggled to get their value back, but they bought some time. For the Streltsy, Armored Cossars did fine, so did Dervishes. For Biggs, the Manticore caster got some pretty good nets and got some good cavalry engagements. So, I mean, making a very bad Lord look kind of good. That's neat. Witch Elves got deleted instantaneously. Dark Shards did what they could, but it wasn't a lot of value. And then Bleak Swords got some decent value when they got onto Streltsy. GG. Blob Sauce made Jade sad. I have a replay from Bongo. Let's go. Vape Addict versus Mini. Warriors of Chaos versus High Elves. This High Elf build looks like it could do alright. Depends on who the mage is, what lore, what spells. But you do have a Sword Master that can help clear out the Aspiring Champions and Sigvold. If they don't die. Destroy them. You know, to like Burning Head or something. It's a High Mage on a dragon. Hand of Glory and Apotheosis. Okay. I'm down. Let's go. 2 Silver Helms, Everqueen's Court Guard, some Love and Sea Guard, 1 Sword Master of Hoeth, White Lions of Crace, Silver and Guard, and Spearman. On the other side for the Warriors of Chaos, we have triple armored Chaos Troll, double Chaos Knight, frontline of Marauders, Chaos Warriors with great weapons, 2 aspiring champions, Sigvald the Magnificent, and a Chaos Sorcerer Metal with just Final Transmutation and the Forbidden Rod. Sword Masters of Hoeth. Whee! Safri is OP, by the way. Safri is the home of the Lore Masters of Hoeth, but also the best mages, and it's like, alright, calm down. Illyrian has checks notes mildly faster horses. Safri gets all the best mages by far, and the best warriors that they have besides the Phoenix Guard. Seems legit. Chaos Knights taking a fight with Silverhelms. Chaos Knights will win that, because Silverhelms not particularly strong. Dragon Princes are strong, and then Reavers are strong for their own reasons, but Silverhelm's kind of a middling force. They're not terrible, they're just not great. And the Sisters of Avalorn still shooting at Sigvald, but he's right in the middle of Swordmasters of Hoeth, so they're honestly going to hit the Swordmasters more than him. I'm a little concerned about that. Looks like they realize it too, and they are shifting their gaze onto the Chaos Knights, who are currently pinned in Spearmen and Silverhelms. That is good. I like that a lot. Don't shoot at Sigvald in the middle of your own troops, though. It's not ideal. Silverhelms are about dead. Chaos Trolls are rampaging through the back line. The Dragoncaster looks like she has something on her mind, and that something is murder. She has murder on her mind. She lands in the Archmage of Metal, misses 2 charge attacks in a row, and misses a 3rd. Rest in peace, my guy. Rest in peace. That is brutal. As the Swordmasters of Hoeth are messing up some Chaos Warriors and Sigvald, White Lions of Grace are still trying to find a home, find a fight, as other Chaos Trolls get to the Everqueen's Courtyard. Chaos Knights are unopposed in the back line, as this is the world's unluckiest High Dragon. As it breath attacks the trolls, it also hits its own troops, and then it gets hit with a Final Transmutation. Nothing is going right for this mage. Literally nothing. It's all a disaster. Look away now. I can't believe she missed 3 attacks in a row on a charge. That is messed up. That's the most messed up thing I've ever seen. I'm going to save another replay while I recover from that loss. Apotheosis is out. It's not on the Swordmasters of Hoeth. It is on the White Lions of Krace. Archmage of High Magic does Terror Rod away the Final Transmutation caster. Chaos is pulling ahead on the balance power, and I do agree. So you have some Shattered Lothern Seaguard, Shattered Silverhelm in the distance. This Silverhelm's almost dead. Swordmaster of Hoeth and a Spearman are both also leaving with no HP. Kalidor gets Dragon Knights, though? Yeah. Still. Sigvald survived his encounter with the Swordmasters of Hoeth, and he is now slowly regenerating back up to his former glory as the White Lions of Trace try and hold some stuff down. Archmage of High Magic taking a bunch of damage, and the Everqueen's Courtyard still alive, still have a lot of ammunition, though I imagine once these Chaos Knights finish with the Silverhelm's last 3 leadership, they will charge right over and take care of those Everqueen's Courtyard. It looks like actually another Chaos Knight might do it. And when these ladies die, I think that balance power will be much more reflective of how I actually feel about the battle being. Little Mage of Metal realizes the dragon is after his ass again. Tries to make a run for it. That's how a charge attack's supposed to look. That's how that's a follow-up. That's how his follow-up's supposed to look. Alright, that would have been nice. That would have been nice earlier, but at least you got to it. There you go! There you go! You figured out how to hit things. A little late, but you got there. But she doesn't miss any more attacks. She takes out the caster entirely. Good job, you. Chaos Knights close in on the Everqueen's Courtyard, and even with the loss of their mage, still the balance of power is getting worse for the High Elves. And I don't disagree. I really don't. Aspiring champions aspiring to take some blood of the Acer. Slapping around these guys. White Lions of Krace are out of it. Sigvald, Chaos Trolls, and his aspiring champions enough to knock them out. Lothern Seaguard rally long enough to keep firing in. But the Everqueen's Courtyard are doomed. Doomed! Do you have any more breath attacks? You have 1. That's a good target. That's a good target! Alright, let's see it. Friendly fire the Spearman somehow. Yeah! Still a good breath attack, but it also hit the Spearman. Let's go! Very good breath attack, though. It actually do a lot of damage to Chaos Knights, so it's good. It's good stuff. Lothern Seaguard trying to hold it down. We still have some Silvern Guard and a Dragon. I really don't know if that's going to be enough. I feel like everyone's just gonna die horribly and the dragon will be the last thing left. Yvress gets Batman and Giselles? Nah. Giselles? Nah. Giselles? Zero, if you're in the chat, I just saved your replay. I didn't type TY though, because I'm busy casting a game, so I saved it in like 2 seconds. Well, then Seaguard routed off. Bounce power is very bad. I guess I need to remember these are aspiring champions, which are like 1,100 gold apiece. So them being at high health is actually quite a lot. Apotheos is trying to heal up these spearmen. Oh, those aren't both Silver and Guard. One's a basic spearman. Okay, I'm a little more concerned. The high elves just FF. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. That was the time to forfeit. I just like it. Like, as soon as I realized they weren't Silver and Guard, I feel like many also realized they weren't Silver and Guard. That's probably a joke. Like, they're probably like, I knew they were spearmen. I know, bro. I know. But it was just the timing was funny. Oh, those are just spearmen. Yeah, FF. Fuck it. We ain't winning those. Oh, too good. High Elf Caster did fine. Silver Helms were really the big letdown. Swordmasters did great. Everqueen's Court Guard were doing all right. White Lions did all right. Loudon Seaguard really struggled, though. So, it's brutal. Silver Helms just can't hold down the flanks. You kind of need to just go all the way for Dragon Princes, or forfeit the flanks and go with Illyrian Reavers, but Silver Helms are just a more expensive, not good enough flank pressure piece. Oh, we got some good ones in here. We got some good ones. We already cast a Blob Sauce game, so I'll skip it. Corvus Glaive! That's his name! I'm pretty sure that's Bongo. And Corvus Glaive has some really fun builds. Though it's messed up he has to fight Khorne, because that's his faction. He's the Khorne guy. I'm back. What did I lost? Hey, Justy Code. You missed actually some banger games. I would legitimately recommend you go back either after the stream or right now and watch those. There were some good ones. There were some good ones in there. My quick battle was pretty funny. Yeah, it was a slow start to the stream, but it's been banging. All right, for Corvus Glaive, the Chad legend that we all love, we have triple Savage Orc Biggin, 3 Orc Boys, a triple Black Orc. Oh, 3 Savage Orc Biggins, 3 Orc Boys, 3 Black Orcs, some Goblin Archers, Orc Boys, Squig Herds, and Grimgore Ironhide, no caster. On the other side, we have Valkia the Bloody for Khorne, Chaos Warriors of Khorne, dual weapon, triple Chosen of Khorne, double Minotaurs of Khorne with great weapons, and then a Skull Crusher that is charging straight into Squig Herds. Crushers took you out of the Khorne build, but they're so cool. They are very cool. They're just bad. They're beating up some Squigs right now. We do need Orc Boar Boys to realize that and charge in. It looks like they're going to now. They don't have anti-large. They're not the Boar Boy Biggins, but, like, you know, they have armor piercing. They're fine. Valkia realizes she didn't want this smoke, as Gitsnik, Foe Seeker, and your next are all popped from Grimgore, and he and the Black Orcs are going to track her down. Valkia, not sure about this, tries to turn back around and juke, but Grimgore is on that ass. But in comes the Minotaurs of Khorne, in comes the Chosen of Khorne, and those are the most dead Orc Boys I have ever seen in my entire life. Valkia pops Demon Shield to desperately try and stay alive, but it is a hard task, as Grimgore is following her around, swinging at that invincible booty, but eventually it's not going to be invincible, and eventually it'll start to work. Meanwhile, the Chaos Warriors of Khorne, the Chosen, just chewing through Orc Boys like nobody's business. Savage Orc Biggins with their little stone tools doing their best against the Khorne Warriors, but it's a losing fight. Skull Crushers, speaking of losing fight, are losing badly. They're losing really badly. We'll see what the Chosen of Khorne can do. We'll see what the Minotaurs can do. It's not going to be the Skull Crusher show. Oh, those are Blood Crushers. Oh, those aren't even Skull Crushers. It's worse. It's worse, because they'll demonic instability crumble right now and just die. Just die. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. Grimgor pops get back here, try and keep some of his orc boys in the game as he finds Valky, gets another good chop in. And she flies around, but those are just animations. She wasn't actually getting into the sky, and that's her problem as Grimgor gets another shot onto her. Black Orcs plus constant Goblin Aura Fire is going to take out the Minotaurs, and Corvus Glaive feeling pretty good right about now. I wouldn't tell him that he still has to get through 3 Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons, but you can tell him. I wasn't going to tell him. I was just going to let him live in this moment as Valkia takes another hit. Bloodforged Armor, Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker all popped. Valkia is going to rout. 700 HP left. Can Grimgor get in the shot? He charges up. He swings and misses as she takes off into the sky. Getting to safety. Chaos Warriors of Khorne are about depleted, but there's still 3 Chosen. And the Chosen might look exactly like every other Chaos Warrior of Khorne, but trust me, they're different. They hit diff. Minos, another Chosen, ganging up on Black Orcs. Do try and hold their ground. Better armored, better armed than their other compatriots, but still not Chosen. They're not Chosen at all. And Grimgor dives straight into the Chosen as a big old Waz popped up the Black Orcs with some melee attack. They desperately need to get through these Khorne warriors. 50 melee defense on them is brutal, but 60 melee attack briefly on the Black Orcs until Wah wears off. So this is a very important moment in time. The Black Orcs can actually get some decent damage down on the Chosen. Meanwhile, Minotaurs and Chaos Warriors doing their best to finish off some of these greenskins that had been routing previously. This area is going fantastically well, and Valkia just needs to stay in the sky. Without the Goblin R's, if the Goblins can't kill her, then if she stays in the sky, she's literally invincible. But just to say that the Goblins are turning. Valkia flies around and sits there, ominously. Grimgor is still beating up on the Chosen of Khorne, though his Black Orcs are running out of gusto. They're running out of steam, they're running out of juice, they're running out of gas. Can they stand and fight? These Khorne warriors continue on. Orc Boar Boy is trying to charge in. They do have armor piercing, but they just kind of don't do much on the charge versus infantry, ever. It's not really their job. Chaos Warriors will be fine. Chosen of Khorne, I should say. Because they are Chaos Warriors. They're Warriors of Chaos, but they're not the Chaos Warriors of the game. Chaos Warriors, that is a unit type. 2/3 health Minotaur in the distance, still very concerning. Chosen are getting low, but I mean, you pretty much have to kill them to get them to rout. They're not unbreakable, but they might as well be. Rally and Stand Your Ground popped both to give 32 total leadership to the Black Orcs to keep them in the fight, give them some melee defense to keep them in as well. Savage Orc begins charging back in. Frenzy giving them more melee attacks, so maybe they can get some stuff done. We need the Minotaurs over here. Stat Corvus. But we are losing a Chaos Warrior. We're losing our first Chosen. The other Chosen aren't looking so good. Now Stand Your Ground and Get Back Here have both worn off. Savage Orc Biggins might be gone. Is that a Sword of Khorne? Is that a Sword of Khorne? Is a Sword of Khorne in your head? Get in there! Bonk. I keep forgetting Sword of Khorne is not 100% armor piercing, which is very underwhelming. Still a good cast. That was a good cast of Sword of Khorne, but not as much as I would have wanted out of it. This is a close game. I really hope that doesn't bullshit bounce power us out of it, as Valkia is currently sitting in front of Goblin Archers. She needs to move, she needs to dodge, she needs to dive on those Goblins. Looks like she's starting to run away now. She does take a little bit of poke. But in comes the Minotaurs. Nice spear slap near down the Goblin Archers. I guess it's the best you can do as the Chosen of Khorne are thinking about abandoning the Minotaurs that desperately need them to stay. I do think Khorne still has a chance in this game. If you get it down to just Grimgor surrounded by Chosen and Minotaurs, he could be in some real trouble, but I gotta get rid of these Black Orcs first. And they're getting close, but not quite yet. Gaze of Khorne is nearby to provide a little bit of extra leadership that they need. Get Snick, Get Back Here, Bloodforged Armor, and Foe Seeker. Grimgor is statted out to hell right now. He's fighting back against all these fools. Black Orcs only staying here by the glory of Get Back Here, but it looks like it's about to rout them. And that could cause a chain rout. Black Orcs rout. Cause the leadership debuff that maybe gets the Orc Boys to rout. Leadership debuff maybe cause the Black Orcs to rout. But looks like it's not going to be enough. Khorne is routing, and army losses will hit. The Goblin Archers raining in fire was too much. The only caster in this battle is Human Boy himself. It's true. Corvus, good win. Take a caster. Stop with your nonsense. You take a caster, sir. Pretty good damage value across the board, with Goblin Archers really doing a lot. For Tat Pat, it was a good attempt. Chosen of Khorne did well. Chaos Warriors of Khorne did pretty well. Minos more mixed. Blood Crusher sucked. And Valkia got run down by Grimber right away. Phoenix King, that's not my fault. I know you're not saying it's my fault, but it feels like you are. And I take issue with that. What the fuck? What the hell is that? what is that? Is that 4 bloated corpses with a Morngul rush versus the Rogue Idol ROR and Snotling pump wagons? What the hell is that? What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay, I gotta check this out. What is this? What is happening here? Tap Hat versus Vape Addict. This is wild. Okay. Welcome to the joys of new player tournaments, everybody. Let's do this. We have 3 bloated corpses. That one is not hidden by the trees. We have another bloated corpse in the distance, a Morngul flank, double Mornguls, and a Morngul Haunter. We have a cannon, double deck gunners, 4 handgun mobs, 2 deckhand mobs, and Slostra on foot. Both of her summons, Vangeist's Revenge and Fog of the Damned. On the other side, we have Debiggin, Rogue Idol, ROR, Wurzeg, the Great Green Prophet, with just Foot of Gork. Wow, this game is a treat. Both sides bring in all of the fan favorites. We have Snotling Pump Wagons, Orc Boar Wagons, Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, Goblin Archers, Broken Tusk Mobs, and some Goblin Wolf Rider Archers. Are we losing our first bloated corpse? Not yet. Not yet. Stay calm, everybody. Stay calm. Maybe I should have joined this one? Dude, new player tournaments usually bang. They're funny. The Morgul flank is not spotted. Now it is spotted. Let's see what the Greenskins do about it. It's currently the cannons are having a field day shooting at the Rogue Idol. They can't possibly miss that thing. In go the pump wagons. Decent damage, not terrible, as that pump wagon took out 2 bloated corpses, and it's going for a 3rd. No, bloaties, no! And they took half health off a Snotling pump wagon with 3 bloated corpses. I'm saying worth. Math isn't saying worth. Legend of Total War isn't saying worth, but I'm saying worth. The handgun mobs and the deck gunners are going to try and stop the greenskin rush. I don't think you got the DPS for that one, but they're trying. Rogue Idol's missing a quarter of its HP. The handgun mobs are trying to stop the goblins, trying to stop all of the boar boys coming in. They can't even reform lines in time, as the green tide is here. But the green tide isn't quite charging yet. I don't think they expect the handgun mobs to just, like, vibe next to them. So then they just kind of awkwardly walk into melee combat as a big ol' Foot of Gork takes out 2 different zombie mobs, and Wurzeg is feeling himself. Balance power is favoring the greenskins, but I don't know. I'm not convinced. Celostra's out here just doing what she can to hold things down. She needs a Vangeist's Revenge to really turn this game around. That doesn't seem smart. You can't. That's not gonna fix anything. Shut up. You need a Vangeist's Revenge. Without it, you lose. I don't think that's true. You're a liar and you're stupid. You know what? That is factual, but it hurts. Deck gunners are fading away as archers deal with them. One is at half HP. Celostra's throwing out summons to try and save the day as Morgul Haunter flanks come in. They go in flapping and flailing about. Say goodbye to the goblins as the waves clear. There's all of a sudden like 50 crabs on top of their corpses, and they are not loving that at all. This is not McDonald's. You will not find a Happy Meal. There is no toy inside. Night Goblin flank is coming in at last. 3 minutes into the game, they're showing up. They're going to take all the credit as the Orgrimmar Biggins are already here. Where the Night Goblin flank wanted to be, they're already here. They're just kicking ass. And the Morghuls are doing their best, even just back up to a 50-50 balance of power. The Rogue Idol lumbers forward. He's down to half HP. But I'm getting worried about the coast. Now I'm getting worried. I wasn't worried at the start of the game when they had 4 fucking bloated corpses. I started getting worried now. Wah comes in from the Greenskins, giving them some extra stats as their Carronade is shut down. Deck Hunters are all dead, so now they'll have to kill the Rogue Idol in melee, which, like, if you get him to this point, it's pretty hard to get him. Question. How much damage is that going to do? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Pretty good damage. Didn't kill the unit, but pretty good damage. Wurzag running down Slostra. Strangely, he doesn't have magic damage. You kind of think he would, but he does not. The Morghuls are fading away. Other Morghuls are sitting there still trying to grind it out as the Rogue Idol chucks rocks in there. Bounce power is favoring the Greenskins, and I would tend to agree. There goes their second and final crab summon. I'm noticing there was no Lamper's Revenge, so that's kind of messed up. Messed up you take Lamper's Revenge and not use it. Just bait the chat like that. That's not nice. That's not a nice thing to do to people. Morgul's still fighting as the Rogue Idol gets in here and starts throwing power fists around, getting some good damage down while the Orc Borbigans help out a little bit. Celestia throwing out her debuff, but it just wears off as I show up. So apparently she threw it out a long time ago and I just missed out. Bounce power continues to get worse for the Vampire Ghost. The Morgul Haunter continues to do decent work. Celestia goes down to half HP while fighting Wurzag, which is a bit of a problem. Just a little bit. Not a big problem, but like a little one. And if she dies, the hope for this game is over. Morghuls are both completely toast. It is just the Morgul Haunter that is on the field for the Vampire Coast, and yet the balance of power is still like, maybe? That's why it was like, maybe, because there's a fucking Vanguard's Revenge coming in! Oh, God, it's killing the goblins! Oh, it didn't do that much damage. I'm really disappointed. That was a lot of screaming for not a lot of payoff, and now I feel bad for all of my chat, because they got excited for nothing. Wedding stream. Do you mean the honeymoon stream? I don't think streaming in total order in the limited work well. Honeymoon is wide open though. Is he Foot of Gorking the Morgul Haunter? That is Chad. Also, 5 for biting. Are you the one that showed up on my community post that said, my community post that was like, hey guys, we finally reached 10k subscribers after 3 years of streaming this game. That's cool. Did you comment? I don't know how you did it, or like, you don't deserve it, but hey, you're here? Because that, if you were joking, that was funny as shit, and if you were being serious, that's really hurtful, and the beauty of the internet is I'll never know. I'll never know if you were just trying to, like, really hurt me. Also, whoever predicted under 400 for all 4 bloated corpses combined, you were correct. They got, like, 350. Hold on. That's such a good quote. I have to go find it. Bloated corpse fail. Was it a fail if I had that much fun casting it? That's really what we have to work on. So let me go find this quote, because it was very funny. All right, 5 for biting. Great work. You may not deserve it, but you got it, and that's what matters. That's so fucked up. You don't deserve it, but you got it, and that's what counts. Alright. Some people are sending me round 3 replays. I'll get to those if I get to those, but I do want to keep tonight's stream rather short, so I'll cast a bunch of round 1 and 2 replays, and then the finals, if they even exist. But if I have downtime, I'll go back and grab some round 3 stuff. Okay, let's look for some names we haven't cast yet. We've cast Corvus and Trogdor. We cast that, but from the other perspective, so I will delete it, but it was a good one. Those are not the same. It's Zero, who we haven't cast at all today, and Nardu, who we also haven't cast today. Here's MG, Par, and Biggs. We cast Biggs, we haven't cast MG. And then there's MG and Nardu. Cool. Alright, we'll do this one. MG and Nardu. Warriors of Chaos versus Nurgle. Nurgle. Did your landlord ever press the cat issue? It is ongoing. Festus build with the Seekers looks gnarly. We'll get there. We'll get there, my friends. Alright, Warriors of Chaos here. Valkia the Bloody, up in the sky, very popular tonight. I mean, she's a good lord, but I don't usually see her in every single game. Oh, something you might notice is we are seeing some different factions. I think, if I remember right, I did give people 2 global bans this tournament, so 4 factions were banned. That might be why we're not seeing as many of the top tiers. But also new player tournaments, a lot of new players tend to just grab whatever they like, not what's most meta. We do have 2 Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes, Marauder Horsemen of Khorne, and then Marauder Horsemen regular on the other side. Chaos Warriors and Chosen with great weapons. Chosen of Khorne with great weapons. Marauders, Dogs, Valkia, and a Fire Caps with Burning Head and Flamesword Rune. On the other side for Nurgle, we have Marauders of Nurgle, 2 Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes, Quadruple Bile Troll, a Nurgle Caster with just Miasma of Pestilence and Fleshy Abundance, Tamarkon, and then Pestigors. Okay, straightforward. I like it. In go the Bile Trolls. I'm streaming my wedding. So many people are saying it, it must be true. Those Marauders are having a bad day. Valkia lands on the caster. Is Tamarkon going to go do anything about that? Nice Burning Head down the line. Takes out some Marauders of Nurgle. We'll leave the Bile Trolls all alone, but oh wow, I would hate to be that Marauder as he's completely surrounded and getting hit by Monsters Infantry. Meanwhile, the Marauder Horsemen of Nurgle are running away from Dogs. Dogs, and in goes Tamarkon. Valkia, Miasma of Pestilence reducing her melee attack, but Demon Shield making her invulnerable, so take that. And a really nice Spear Slap here goes through 2 units of Pestigors, making them really reconsider if they want to take this fight. Still have some Skirmish Cabs, still have a Firecaster out here, but Nurgle's actually very far ahead on the balance of power considering we're only 2 minutes into this game. I guess they're crushing some Marauders, but god damn, dude. You really think they're that far ahead? Okay, alright. Fleshy Abundance coming out for the Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle. That's fine. It's fine. Who smells Bile Trolls or River Trolls? Probably River Trolls. Turin won with Khorne in the single faction tournament yesterday? No. Casual Fried Egg Enjoyer, did you just mention Turin on a Human Boy stream? It is well documented that we hate each other, so maybe don't do that. That's kind of fucked up. Bile Trolls surrounding Valkia. Everywhere Valkia goes, she can't escape the trailer that made her. She just gets beat up by these fools, but Bile Trolls' leadership is faltering. They're getting hit in the back with fire throwing axes, so it looks like they're going to rout any second now. And the Skirmish Cav of the Warriors of Chaos is going to be a problem. All 4 of them still have a lot of ammo and a lot of HP. 2 Marauder Horsemen of Nurgle is all there is to contest them, and they're running out of HP. Maybe not health, but HP. But in comes Tamarkon. I hate that he doesn't have an R at the front. I don't know why, but Tamarkon is so much easier to start than Tamarkon. If Turin has no fans, then I'm dead. Alright, well I was kidding if that didn't come across, so don't freak out. Chosen Core with dual weapons, I was looking for you, there you are. Still full HP, with a gold chevron as someone pointed out, so they're doing just fine. Bleeding through Pestigors like nobody's business. Pestigors have armor piercing, but their 33 melee attack won't be enough to get through the 58 melee defense of the Chosen the Khorne. So that should still be pretty bad. The Warriors of Chaos are starting to pull ahead on the balance of power. I definitely agree with this. I felt like their build had a little bit more to it, and they could kind of just kite out the Bile Trolls at their leisure. Tamarkon's trying to do a bunch of good work. He's not that good at clearing out massive hordes of infantry, especially while he's getting pelted with glowing sticks. Matthew Smith Gifted Human Boy SES 10 memberships. Woo! Nice. Thanks. Thanks, Matthew Smith. I'm really bad at properly expressing gratitude, but you guys have all been great. Legend of Total War, rating us, Rating and Dash working with us on some stuff, people giving out gifts and subs and stuff. It's been great. It's been amazing. Black Cleaver is out for Tamarkin and the Bile Trolls, but there is no hope. Those Chosen of Khorne are coming over here to whoop your ass. Everything else you have is routing, and all you have is a half-health Ogre Maggot Lord. Not a full-health caster, but he's not going to carry. They say hate and love the two sides of the thing now. For context, if anybody cares, I actually entered the scene watching Turin. I was a campaign player until Warhammer 2. I was watching some Turin tournaments. So I'm like, I want to do those. So I entered, and I fought Odium Xiphos, my first tournament. Odium Anticity, my second and third tournaments. So I went 0-6 my first 3 tournaments, and I was like, this is fun! And 5 years later, here we are. Alright. Valkia and some Chaos Warriors. The Grey Opens are sniping out the Nurgle caster. Army losses takes care of them. That is GG. GG's. I'm going to triple fast forward because there's no way that Ogre Boy kills everybody. Feast of the Maggot Lord does a bit of damage to the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. No. It must have just been actually Tamarkin kicking his ass. Good win from MG Par. Good showing by Nardu. If I remember correctly, Nardu was talking in our Discord saying he was going to do very badly his first tournament. That was a solid game. I mean, it was close for an awfully long time, and then it just kind of fell away from him a little bit, but it wasn't a blowout. I've seen some blowouts in my time. You see my game 3 versus Stingers, Kislev versus Skaven? That shit wasn't close. That was over in like a minute and a half. Why is Tamarkin unbreakable? I think it's like the leech inside of him isn't that concerned because its body is getting damaged, but it's not, and then it like tries to leap out at the last second. Okay, what do I need next? I swear there was still one more person I hadn't seen. 0. We haven't cast any 0 yet. So we'll do 0's game next, but I'm just going to check in on the tournament and see how we're doing. There's 1 game left of round 3, and then everybody else is on round 4. Lovely. And there are 4 rounds. So the Swiss stage will be over. Then we'll deal with any tiebreakers for first place. We'll have people play those. If not, then the tournament will end. I'll finish casting these replays, and we'll call it a night. So this is Nardu again, the same Nurgle player. Looks like he has a similar build. But this is Khorne fighting him, not Warriors of Chaos. Though he did take Valkia. This is 0. This was my game. This is my third tournament. Nardu, I didn't know that! I'm sorry if you've been playing in my tournaments and I've been casting your games and I've forgotten. If you're playing in other people's tournaments and I haven't forgotten them, that's not my fault. Because I wasn't casting those. Anyway, I try and remember people, but there's a lot of frickin' people to remember. 4-0, well known for trying to make the Changebringer, the Changeling. He was trying to make the Changeling work for like 6 tournaments in a row. Recently turned on to Khorne. We have some Chaos Warhounds, Valkia, Chaos Knights of Khorne, 2 of them, a Skull Cannon, Marauders in the front line with some Minotaurs. The Nurgle build, we just saw it, so it is just copy and pasted. You saw it before. Bile Trolls, Marauders, Pestigors, and then Tamarkin. Humor doesn't like you. I do like you. It's a lot of people to remember. It's a lot. Bile Trolls trying to hold it down against Minos, but they are very outclassed in this fight. And a nice Spear Slapnir goes down the side. Nurgle is holding so far in the front line. And again, we see Valkia charge down to challenge Tamarkin. This time it's going better. than the last battle. As wow, Khorne is steamrolling through that front line. We have some throwing axes back here for Nurgle that do have attack orders over here, though they're just refusing to throw. What the hell? Oh, there they go. Alright, that was weird. Anyway, they're getting some flank shots down as Tamerkan tries to fight back. But man, Nurgle's leadership is already doing very poorly. As Pestigors are about to start routing, they'll take the Bile Trolls with them. And that whole flank is going to fall apart as Khorne takes them down. But I guess the front line is also quite damaged for Khorne. Just down here. Up there, they're fine, actually. The bounce power is now starting to show as the Blood Shrine goes absolutely nuts against those throwing axes. And in comes the Maggot Lord trying to fight Valkia again. Minos, the very expensive Minos. Ooh, that is huge. 2 of them are gone. That's like, I don't know, 2,800 gold. I think they're 1,400 apiece. If you want Human Boy to like you, responsible to Megan. Read the game. This is my 3rd tourney in Human Boy, and this man somehow knew my name last Saturday. Last time I checked in, it's all good. Let's go. It's random. It's all random. Curse of the Slug slowing down Valkia the Bloody as Tamerkan push Tamerkan. Tammy the Maggot bitch pushes her away. Gets rid of him. And the Blood Shrine is doing well. We actually have ourselves a certified banger. Khorne is coming back for a second choosing, but like, I don't know what happened. It's just, Khorne was doing well, and then everything went to shit all of a sudden. I don't know how that happened. Chaos Knights are doing their best to hold it down, but here comes a beautiful Spear Slapnir from Valkia. It takes 3 units out, so that Marauder's going to break, that Marauder's going to break, and that Pestigor is going to break most likely. Now they're starting to rally up a little bit. They're doing okay. The Chaos Knights are going to fall back. Khorne, I think, is trying to both run Nurgle things off the field so they can't rally, but also get some more stonks, get some more stacks. Kills for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne. These Marauder Horsemen were trying to run off the Minotaurs, and instead they lost their entire health bar instantaneously. Over here, we have a Duel of Fates that I haven't been paying attention to at all, but man, they're going at it as the Skull Cannon continues to fight back against the Marauder Horsemen of Nurgle. We are losing some more Marauders of Khorne. But with the Minos charging in here, if there is a Sword of Khorne, I'd like to see it land on these 3 last hopes for Nurgle. If you take out all 3 of these guys in a Sword of Khorne right now, then Nurgle's going to have to fight without support for the rest of the game. You can slowly drag him down. Let's see if that's going to happen, or if it's just going to be a rear charge in from the Chaos Knights. In comes a Fleshy Abundance to heal up Marauders. Really wants to make sure that these guys try and come back, maybe, possibly. There's going to be no satisfying Sword of Khorne as it looks like the Minotaurs and the Chaos Knights are fine just doing things the old-fashioned way. I guess it's fine. No giant sword from the sky. If you can just rear charge them and break them and then chase them, it's whatever. Valkia gets in a little too deep. Does charge the Maggot Lord all by herself while Brass Cleaver is up. If he turns and gets 2 shots on her, she is dead as hell. Just getting some good shots in as the Chaos Knights also offer a little bit. He swings, but he's not swinging at her. Meanwhile, the Minotaurs close in. Bile Troll's still fighting it out, but in comes some Chaos Warhounds of Khorne, which I didn't know were here, but they're not. They are Khorne's things. They're not Nurgles. Wait, why would Chaos Warhounds of Khorne be Nurgles? Never mind. This is the problem with Warriors of Chaos sharing everything amongst each other, is it's really hard to remember what is what and what was where. Alright, my chat's getting increasingly degenerate, so I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist. As the Sorcerer routes, if he routes, army losses is going to hit, because he's too much of the balance of power to withstand him routing. And again, we have Tamerkan standing all alone. There he routes, there's army losses, because I'm a genius, and I'm never wrong when it comes to army losses. Tammy Tambone is going to die, and that'll be GG. Do your own OnlyFans? I already do OnlyFans. It's called Only Rats. It's just pictures of well-dressed rats. Chaos Knights, Valkia, and the Minotaurs all did very well. Skull Cannon did fine. Marauders did fine. Dogs did okay. Good job, Zero. On the other side, Bile Trolls really not working out for Nardu tonight. Bile Trolls do feel a little underwhelming. His Marauders and Pestigors did fine. Tamerkan did fine. His Chaos Caster just did some healing stuff, and Marauder Horseman did fine. GG's, lads. So that was that. A lot of Khorne tonight. A lot of Khorne. This is the same replay. This is the same replay from two people. I'll cast it from Trogdar's perspective, because he's my favorite. But it's versus Corvus Glaive. Wait, I just deleted Trogdor's... No. I'm going back and fixing it. I have to get Trogdor's perspective. Alright, Corvus Glaive sent me a replay with WA in all caps, so, like... I'm not just gonna ignore that. Anyway, I don't give a shit about this from Corvus Glaive's perspective. I want to see it from Trogdar's. It's fundamentally different. So let me just make sure before I hop into that. People wanted to see this. We'll see this. Don't you worry. We'll also go see this. There's many good games ahead of us. Trogdar the Flatulent versus Corvus Glaive. This is it. This is the classic. At the start, I said this is the Corvus Glaive build. Valkia, Cultist, Khorne. Human Boy Choice dominating his Skaven slaves. Yeah. For the Wood Elves of Trogdar, still trying to get a win with his beloved Wood Elves. We have double Waywatcher and a Blade Singer, so already very elite infantry. Eternal Guard frontline, double Zotes, Glade Lord with Pravenoth, Rhema, Spellshinger of Shadows with Pit of Shades, and Melkots, and 2 Glade Riders of Spears. That is an elite Wood Elf build. Was that a double Medusa? Yeah. We'll get there. On the other side for Khorne, more Khorne. Always more Khorne. 4 Marauders. Marauders dual weapons. 2 Chaos Warriors with Halberds. 2 Minotaurs of Khorne. We have a Blood Shrine, a Cultist with his Summon. Then we have Valkia the Bloody with her Spear and Demon Shield and some Flesh Hounds. Necromancer also gifting 10 memberships. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I don't know what I did to deserve all of these wonderful things from you people, but I will accept it. I will accept it gladly. But I don't know what I did. Hi, Fat Kid at Recess. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Waywatchers teeing off on the unshielded Chaos Warriors with Halberds. Their armor will not protect them against those heavy armor-piercing shots, so already they've lost about half their HP. Beautiful stuff. And if the Blade Singers don't get run down by Minotaurs right away, they could have a field day on this Khorne front line. And if Valkia doesn't spear slap near them. You're giving up the land battles we all crave? Dude, I'm always here with the land battles. Always. Really nice stuff. Good Pravenoth Rhema to lock down the Flesh Hounds, and they take a free charge from the Zotes and the Glade Riders. Oh! It's glorious! It's glorious. Well done. Well done, Trogdar. He's trying to get them to Demonic Stability Crumble nice and quick so he can come back and support his front line without dedicating too much time to the flanks. As the Waywatchers are starting to fall back, they've almost deleted an entire Chaos Warrior of Khorne. And Khorne is still lumbering forward. You know, a perfectly buffed for Skaven Rally Guns can shoot the nuke ability from Planet's Crash. Yes. Facts, Patrick Walker. Facts. You're not turning. Damn. In cars. I won't probe further, but I like trying to figure out what part of my statement you're referring to because there's a stream delay. So, so it could be like, you're shit. You're not turned, but whatever. All right. Blade Singers get a fight with the Flesh Hounds of Khorne. This isn't their ideal target because their bonus source of tree means nothing, but they do still have magic damage. Wow, Flesh Hounds are getting a lot of damage out, though. Okay, that is not turning into a worthwhile trade for the Blade Singers at all. As Waywatchers peel off these Minotaurs, Trogdar, so far, pretty immaculate Wood Elf game as of this moment. Yeah. Community of Only Rats members shall grow. Let's go. There go the Flesh Hounds. Took about half health off the Blade Singers. Now Marauders corner in. The Blade Singers would much rather fight them than anything else. As Corvus still tries to chase down the Waywatchers. How are we doing ammo, lads? Just about half. And they're still messing up that halberd. The other halberd is literally full HP. They have just shot this one and those other Minotaurs that already died. Minos hopping in. These are not the great weapon kinds, but it looks like they still have enough melee attack to hit the Zotes pretty consistently, as those guys' HP is depleting rapidly. Flesh to Stone is popped. Earthblood 2 to try and heal themselves up as they run away. The Pit of Shades caster actually hasn't done anything for a bit. Foreshadowing? Foreshadowing? Pit of Shades there? Or there? Give me that Pit of Shades. Pravenoth Rayma onto what? It's onto these Minos. No missile resist for you, and you're netted in places both the Way Watchers continue to shoot at you. Even though Fleshhounds to harass these guys, there's not much of a problem there. Give me that Pit of Shades. Still a full health Zote, chilling on the sidelines, wondering what's up. And I'm kind of surprised Balance Power isn't more in the Wood Elves' favor. It feels like they have been doing so good here. Other Minotaurs at half HP. I guess there's still a full health Blood Shrine. There's the Pit of Shades. There it is. Slurping up all those Marauders of Khorne. That is 2-for-1 value if I've ever seen it. It has to be Overcast considering how long into the game we are. Yeah, that's an Overcast. Now is the point you can get a little more worried about Khorne. Way Watchers running out of ammo is a bit worrying for the Wood Elves, but I feel like they got enough DPS out that it's more worth it. I mean, Khorne just has a Chaos Warrior with Halberd that's healthy, Valkia that's healthy, Cultist that's healthy, Blood Shrine is almost dead, and that's like it. Everything else is so injured I don't even factor it into the balance of power. On the other side, you have a full health Zoe, healthy Lord and Hero for the Wood Elves, some healthy Glade Riders, one healthy Eternal Guard. Yeah, things are going okay. Bloodletter Summon is out, but unlike other times where Corvus takes this and uses it to good effect, I mean, the Wood Elves are just going to run away from him. He is going to get a nice little pincer on this Glade Rider, but it was already kind of almost dead, and also it's just a Glade Rider, so who cares? I don't think there was a great spot for his Bloodletter Summon to pop out, though. It's not like, oh, if only you had saved it for, like, Durthu. There's nothing here that really fears the Bloodletters. Zotes are trying to fight with the Bloodletters for now. I wouldn't recommend it. They should probably just back off and let the Bloodletter desummon itself. Another Pit of Shades is coming in. Going to hit the Marauders right in the back. As the Zotes are fighting alone in some Halberds. That is a little concerning. I feel like Trogdor played the first 4 minutes of this game perfectly, and now in the late game is getting a little lazy. Like, these Zotes fought Bloodletters for no reason and took a bunch of damage. These Zotes are fighting Halberds for no reason, taking a bunch of damage. He could just walk away. Like, he's dominating the battlefield in so many other places. The Zotes don't have to be taking these bad fights. Eternal Guard trying to poke down the Cultist of Khorne. Our little Reindeer Lord is also going to jump in and do some stuff as a Spear Slapnir, try to poke some Glade Riders. Got a little bit of damage out. As what is happening here? Ooh, the Spellsinger of Shadows is fighting those Halberds we mentioned before, and losing. Melkoth is out onto the Halberds. They're a little off-center, so that looked a little strange, but these Halberds have to have some nuts value. Yeah, 1,140, that's pretty good. Fighting Zotes and a caster will do that for you. Cultist is routed off for now. Way Watchers firing the last of their volleys into those aggressive Halberds. That's good. I mean, take them out, and then this game is over. Full health Valkia versus all this ain't going to be able to carry. Alright, you guys are going back and forth about some stuff. I don't have any opinions on that, so I'm just going to let it happen. Way Watchers firing their last couple volleys into Valkia for that free, sweet damage. And Chaos Warriors with Halberds took a lot of damage. I wonder, what was the Way Watcher value? I feel like they did great. 1,500? 2,100, yeah, that's glorious. That is beautiful. Glade Riders spending their time chasing off the Khorne units now. I think Valkia is the only one that's still actively fighting right now, as the Zotes and Blade Singers route off the other stuff. But the Glade Lord wants nothing to do with Valkia right now. Do you have your net? No, you don't have any nets left. Looks like she's trying to take the fight now, but does a little circle-y do. Tries to fight Valkia on her own spears for a little bit of home field advantage. I'm getting mildly concerned. Just mildly. If Valkia outduels this Glade Lord, maybe she can clear the map? Maybe. I mean, Eternal Guard are pretty pathetic. Way Watchers without any ammunition aren't that big of a threat to Valkia. There's so many of them, though. There's so many people she'd have to kill. Turn, bless this ravaged body. Turn, a streaming company of heroes. Is he still going? I don't think he started that long ago, and he's on the West Coast. It's only 7 p.m. for him right now. He should still be streaming Company of Heroes. If he is, good for him. It's fine. Eternal Guard poking at Valkia. 100 armor won't save him because the Eternal Guard do have armor-piercing values. They don't have the most melee attack to get through her, but at least when they hit, it actually will, you know, still do some good damage. Melkoth's being cast on her for just a little bit of damage here and there. Because, like, what are you going to do? Pitted Shades her? Nah. Melkoth doesn't do that much to Valkia, but she's literally the last thing left. As army losses takes hold or the player just surrendered, I honestly didn't catch it for leadership went down. Gojira Gaming? Nah, he ended a bit ago. Welcome, Goji. How you doing, man? Hope you are well. And Wood Elves get a win, everybody! Wood Elves get a win. That was some really good play from Trogdor. That was really good. Well done, lad. Well done. MG Par sending in some more replays. How are we doing? Everybody is in round 4 now. And I do need to check in on the scores. So one moment, please, my friends. One second. Everybody calm down. Okay, so it's impossible. We have our finals. We have 2 players who got a perfect 4-0 record. I will inform them now that they must fight. So 1 second. In case we cast some of their games, I don't want to spoil it, so I'll just not do that. I mean, if you're looking in the Discord chat, then you'll spoil it for yourself. Zero the Fool can also win 4 games, right? Oh, we got a bye round. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Hold on. Torsen and Tapat. Okay, they can't get 4, but Zero can. I'm just giving Blob Sauce some shit. Alright, we potentially have 3 perfect runs, as was pointed out to me. If Zero wins his last game versus Torsen, he'll have a perfect 4-0. Casting replays. Just send replay, plus. Moving on, we have Blob Sauce versus Menye. Menye? Cool. So our potential finals or semifinals underway if Zero the Fool does end up winning. For the Dark Elves of Blob Sauce, we have double Bloodrack Medusa, Crows of Cain, a Manticore caster with only Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma, 2 Dark Riders, 3 Coldblood Knights, a bunch of Witch Elves, and Bleak Swords of Dreadspears. On the other side, for the High Elves, we do have a Prince, just a Prince. Phoenix Guard, White Lions of Cray, Silvering Guard, who are all dying horrendously to the Bloodrack Medusas. And then Dragon Princes and Silver Helms, a whole bunch of archers, mostly Loudland Sea Guard, though we do have an Everqueen's Court Guard. And no caster on the side of the High Elves. You got Nurgle every match. Nardu, if that's a perfect run to you, then that's a perfect run. High Elves with no caster do need to use their extra funds wisely. It looks like Silverhelms are going to get charged by Dark Riders. Not a big threat, but it is the Cold One Knights that are coming in afterwards that will be a big problem. As the High Elf Archers move up into range, they need to get some pretty good DPS out to make it worthwhile, while the Phoenix Guard get trashed on by the... Oh, the Bloodwrack Medusa's got them. They have 0 value. They have 0 value. The greatest High Elf Lord ever? Yes, it is just a prince. Golden Knights are starting to press up through the middle to get onto the back line of High Elf Archers as the Lothern Sea Guard continue to fire into the limited front line of the Dark Elves. Everqueen's Court Guards are kept safe for now, pushing away the Dark Riders, but I don't know if they can push away all of these Cold One Knights. We do have Silverhelms and Silverhelms teaming up to 2v1 those Cold Knights in the distance. Dragon Princess fighting the Manticore caster up and close. Might need some archer support if they're really going to win out on that one, but the Medusas are both unimpeded? Yeah, they're both unimpeded. They're just chilling. Firing away at the Everqueen's Court Guard. Some of the archers have to find time to fire at the Medusas, but they are clearly busy, as the Dark Elves are proving to be a big, big problem. Nardu, I am too scared. I am too scared to 1v1 the Nurgle. Hey, Menu's in the chat. Menu, how do I pronounce your name? Do you have a phonetic way of spelling your name? And we cast some of your replays. So far, they've been pretty good. Cold One Knights dealing with Dragon Princes on the backline pretty easily. Also getting to the Lothern Sea Guard. Dark Elves are just rolling over the High Elves at this point. And it is both a little bit of High Elves not taking a caster, but just kind of the state of things. High Elves Dark Elves has always been a tough matchup for High Elves. And while some things have made it a little better in the last couple patches, it's not like it's great. I mean, still, your lack of armor-piercing cav versus the Dark Elves' abundance of armor-piercing cav does make the cav fight rather hard to hold up. Mini. Got it. You're a fan of the High Elf player? It's true. Who isn't? Bloodwrack Medusas destroying infantry with every shot. As they continue to light these guys up. That is looking like army losses very soon. The prince is taken out by the Witch Elves. And that is that. God damn! Medusa are strong. Zero versus Torreson. Who won? Okay. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. Zero lost. Zero lost. We don't have a three-way tie. We have a two-way tie. And you know what? We'll do a little spoilers. Blobsauce, you just saw play the Dark Elves. He is in the finals versus MG Par, who we've cast a couple replays from tonight. So you got a little taste of one of our finalists. Blobsauce versus MG Par. Who did I vote for? I was going for Quirky Girl 69. Hell yeah. And then did Grace go for Bongo? Yeah, Grace went for Bongo. Who had a decent night. He got 2 wins. He might get 3. He just can't get a perfect 4-0. Still, it's good shit. What did I just cast? I cast that one. Allegedly, there's a very close Tomb Kings game that I want to see. Okay, it's more Khorne. And it's 0. Hell yeah. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So some people wanted this. MG Par. Actually, this is fitting. So let's cast this. MG Par is the other finalist. The other finalist. Let's get a glimpse at his game to properly set up everything. Versus Biggs. Alright. Torreson's asked me questions in DMs that I can't answer right now because I'm casting. For the Warriors of Chaos, we have some Marauder Horsemen, 2 Hellstriders of Slaanesh, 2 Marauder Horse Masters on the other side, then Forsaken and Marauders charging up Hephaestus the Leech Lord, double Chaos Warrior, and the Severed Claw. For the Wood Elves, a lot of Wood Elves tonight. We have War Dancers, Eternal Guard, War Dancers, Eternal Guard, Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts, Eternal Guard, and 2 Zotes, more Zotes. The Glade Lord with Pravenoth Rema, and Arrows of Kurnos, and a Spellstinger of Life with only Earthblood. In comes Festus. Fleshy Abundance, Rancid Visitations. Dun, 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 dun. War Dancers are going to get onto the Marauders very quickly, and War Dancers do great. Like, they're weak to any kind of spell, they're weak to archers, they're weak to cavalry, but man, if they can fight infantry, them and Blade Singers will do some serious work, which they don't often get to do. Glade Guard, looks like they're trying to fire, but some of them are just not shooting very much. These ones have this bug where it says they're moving even though they're not, so they're going to have issues firing, and that's going to be a very painful Rancid Visitations. Thankfully it's not overcast, but still. Alright. Torreson, you're on the stream. Yeah, I work in emerging contaminants. So I cover PFAS research. You know those microplastics everyone's talking about and those perfluorinated carbons that are like in drinking water and stuff? We look for those in drinking water samples around the state, and if they're above a certain level, we shut down the well they're associated with and then give recommendations on where to get a different water source, how to clean up the water source you're dealing with, because we scan for a whole bunch of different kinds of PFAS, so if like, oh, you're high on this version, then you'll want this filter. You're high on this version. There's no filter for that. That's just a fucking problem. So, yeah, that's what I do. I used to work for the Mayo Clinic that Grace and I moved, so I work for the state of Minnesota now, working on PFAS stuff. Anyway, that was too much to type out in the middle of the stream, so I thought if you were just in the stream, I could just tell you. It's new. My department, before I got hired, my department was 4 people, and now they're still hiring, and it's supposed to get up to like 20. So yeah, it got real big real fast. Anyway, Warhammer stuff. Spellstinger of Life's getting knocked over by Festus as he just looms over her ominously. That was creepy and weird. Don't do that, Festus. Severed Claw also helping him out, but the Zotes and the Eternal Guard are still trying to hold back the tides. War Dancer's getting some good damage in. The Wood Elves are ahead on the balance of power, though it doesn't feel like it. It feels like they're not doing very well. Marauder Horsemen moving up. They accidentally walk into the Eternal Guard, though it's not like the Eternal Guard are really in a position to deal with them. They're currently losing to Forsaken. Double Zotes and the Glade Lord all getting healed up with some Earth Bloods, though another Rancid Visitation is out from Festus, who tries to rejoin his Chaos Warrior to get a bit more done here. Rancid Visitations goes straight past the Flesh to Stone, because that's just physical resistance, so she takes a big old bucket load of damage. A bucket load. I have a message from Bongo, but I'll deal with it later. Festus is out here still trying to heal up his Chaos Warriors with the slow power of healing elixirs. Though, if he is next to both Zotes, I'd probably turn on your damage elixirs. It just feels more worthwhile. TBH. Chaos Warriors in the Severed Claw still trying to chew through the Archers of the Wood Elves, and Bounce Power is getting a little bit better for the Forces of Chaos. I would not hate to see these Marauder Horsemen go into melee and kill those Glade Guard. Hellstrider's doing some good cycle charging on the War Dancers, but the Hellstrider's going to go take care of those guys. Okay, that's more understandable. It's fine. These Marauder Horsemen try and get in here and deal with the Zotes a little bit. These other Marauder Horsemen running around also need to charge into melee and just take out those Glade Guard, make sure they don't keep poking at you slowly but surely. Severed Claw dealing with all of these Wood Elves over here as Festus tries and maybe gets back to his own people. Doesn't want this anymore. Starts to walk away from the Zotes nice and slowly while these Marauder Horsemen do get trapped up by the Zotes for a little bit. They start to try and walk away as they skirmish it out. Hellstriders losing to the War Dancers but beating the Glade Guard. And once again, the balance power shifts back towards the Wood Elves. It had a brief love affair with, oh god, what happened to you? Anyway, it had a brief love affair with thinking Chaos might have it. It goes right back over to the Wood Elf side. Festus wiggling his chins, he looms over your ceiling. Good night, Phoenix King. Good night. Also, once again, thanks for hosting these tournaments. Hell yeah, dude. New player tournament every week. Sometimes I don't get to cast them, but I will always organize them. It's just Tactical Itch helps me out with a lot of the European time zone ones when I'm at work. Next week, I should be able to cast the European time zone one. I should, because I don't have anything going on the Wednesday that I have off of work. So I can cast that one. As for the game in front of us, we have been slowly watching the Warriors of Chaos try and grind down the Wood Elves, and while that's going fine-ish, I mean, Festus is taking a lot of damage. Another Rancid Visitation is trying to finish off the Glade Lord as she gets charged by Hellstriders. That's probably the death of her. She's gonna rout, and then when she routs, they can just chase her off the map. Unless there's some serious healing. Full health Zote's trying to come back and help out. Where'd the other Zote go while I was talking to you guys? There's no way it died. Yeah, it's way over there. It's fine. It's fine. The Wood Elves just have a lot left. If they can dedicate any resources at all to saving the Glade Lord, that would be really, really nice for them. But the Severed Claw is all you have to worry about. You can just kite it out with Wave Guard. They're unshielded. Your arm-piercing shots will do really good damage to them. They don't have that much HP, honestly. Hellstriders, trying to deal with War Dancers, trying to deal with the Glade Lord and the Mage as Zotes creep closer and closer to bailing out their Lord. I don't think there's any reality where the Glade Lord dies now, because the Zotes should be here any second to save the day. We still have 2 healthy Zotes, man. Yeah, Hellstriders have to get out of here. Flesh to Stone to make sure they can't do anything to the Glade Lord. And we can get slow Earthbloods from the Spellsinger of Life to get it back topped off. Always nice to hear what other scientists are up to. Yeah. It's good. I used to develop, while we watch Festus slowly drawing these guys down, when I was working at Mayo, I was developing new drug tests. So, like, I wouldn't invent the drugs. Pharmaceutical companies would come to Mayo and they'd be like, hey, we want to give these drugs to your patients. And then Mayo would task people like me to create a new test for mass spectrometry where we take, like, blood or urine and find the chemical compounds remnants in your blood so we can get a dosage, right? New job, I don't make tests anymore, I just run tests for the state of Minnesota. I could get promoted into designing new tests, but I don't know if I loved that. That work kind of sucked. Because it could be rewarding to invent new tests and stuff and whatever, like, that was neat. But there was a lot of days that were just, like, depressing. Because when stuff doesn't go your way, you're like, I am a failure. So it is what it is, you know. Not every job's for everybody, but I like running the tests. I like doing the math and stuff. I like collaborating with the team, but development, I just wasn't very good at it. Like, okay, I shouldn't say I wasn't very good. I was fine, but I wasn't excelling, you know? I wasn't, like, great at it. I'm okay at this. But not everyone's great at everything. And I am good at certain things with mass spectrometry. Like, I'm really good at machine repair. I'm really good at preparation and all that stuff. I'm good at extracting the assays. But inventing new ones, I'm just like, I'm fine. Anyway, War Dancer's going to charge into the Severed Claw. Festus healing himself up and slowly healing the Severed Claw, but in comes a rear charge from the Zotes while the War Dancers hold down these guys. Final charge in. Balance of power actually gets a little bit better for the Warriors of Chaos during that stall where we were fast-forwarding because they've been just healing this whole time. And the Severed Claw, plus Festus switching over to the Harbinger of Pestilence, is doing a lot of damage to the Zotes. Is this the Wild Warriors of Chaos comeback? I'm later the guy on the other end of that scenario going to labs and asking him to make new tests towards him. You get it. You know what's up. Yeah. That's hype, dude. That's hype. Love it. If you're up in my area, do you work with Phenomenex at all? Because Phenomenex, we have to order like everything from them. My experiences with them have been pretty good. Harbinger of Pestilence still draining down the Zotes as they try and fight back against the Severed Claw. The Severed Claw, at least their magical attacks are removed by the Zotes. So if anything in here has physical resistance, I guess that's fine. As another Rancid Visitations hits the Glade Lord, this one might just do her in. One more tick. Not enough. Glade Lord survives for now. Marauder Horsemen using their last couple volleys, but the Zotes are taking a lot of damage. The balance power keeps creeping back towards the Warriors of Chaos. Severed Claw still have a lot of HP. The Zotes do not. Festus is down to half HP, but he's chilling for now. The Glade Lord's going to rout for the second time this game. Balance of power is actually 50-50, and I would maybe even hazard a guess as to favor it to Chaos. Any ideas of doing anything with multiple scurlosis? Multiple scurlosis. I know the word, I just can't say it. Sclerosis. No. Right now I'm studying in water treatment and that kind of thing. It's more my jam than medical stuff. You're down south in NC. Let's go. Hope the weather down there is good for you. Severed Claw could really use a nerf. They're very, very strong. Yeah, a little overly strong. In comes an Earthblood, trying to heal up the Eternal Guard. But they're not doing a whole lot to Festus right now. His high melee defense and being infantry size, so they don't get their bonus versus large is pretty brutal. And the Warriors of Chaos are now up on the balance of power. I don't disagree. Some Zotes are trying to rally, though Marauder Horsemen look like they're going to go run them down. And the Severed Claw are gaining barriers back right now, which is concerning. It's very concerning for the hopes of the Wood Elves if they're not even doing enough damage to stop these guys from getting their barriers back. Festus has just stopped taking damage outright. And I think that is honestly it. I will ×2 speed till the Zotes come back, because they're the only things that are going to change the outcome of this. In come the Zotes. Earthblood on them. They charge in for the final battle with Festus, but it's looking bleak. The Glade Lords just run around in circles trying to figure out what to do. Festus takes another couple hundred HP. The Severed Claw have lost their barriers, but the Zotes have lost more than that. They've lost 1,000 HP. There goes another 300. 400. That's actually GG. Warriors of Chaos do manage to come back. Huh. I would not have guessed that's how that went, but MG Par wins it out. 3,500 on Severed Claw, 2,900 on Festus. My goodness. Chaos Warriors did okay. Hellstriders did actually very well. Skirmish Cav did very well too. Marauders got chunked out. For Biggs, it was a good attempt. Zotes did alright. War Dancers did pretty well. His Glade Guard actually did do pretty good, I guess. Eternal Guard did okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. That was one of the biggest balance I've ever seen. Yeah, that was nuts. Good showing by Biggs. Alright, we have Mini and Corvus Glaive. We have Zero and Taurusin. And then we have the finals. Finals is underway, so there's no one waiting on us right now. So it looks like we have 3 games left to end out the night. Let's get into it. Corvus Glaive versus Mini. We have this, then a Tomb King's game. I was promised that was a banger. And then we'll have our finals. Which, the finals is underway. It'll be a replay, but I was promised it was a banger. For Corvus and the boys, we have Nasty Skulkers in the trees, Orc Boys, Squig Herds, Savage Orc Biggins, Orc Boys, Black Orcs, including Crimson Killers, and Grimgore Ironhide. No caster again. Corvus doesn't do that shit, I guess. No casters for him. The other side for Mini, Silvern Guard, Phoenix Guard, Spearman, triple Sisters of Avalorn? No, double Sister of Avalorn with more Spearmen. Everqueen's Court Guard as usual tonight, more Silver Helms. And then an Archmage with High Magic, with Tempest, Arcane Unforging, and Apotheosis. Cool. I'm still not a believer in the Silver Helms, but cool. That Tomb King's Khorne game is super close. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's next. It's up next. I think Khorne is next game. There's a lot of Khorne in this tournament. Silver Helms charge the Orc Boar Boys while they get a little bit of covering fire from the Sisters of Avalorn. Is there an ROR that's a bigger improvement on the base version than that? Goblin Wolf Riders. Goblin Wolf Rider ROR is amazing. The regular Wolf Riders are meh. They're good only at chasing other things down. Well, Morgan's Making Marauders are actually pod. Alright, Phoenix Guard get to fight with Orc Boys, and there is just so many Spearmen and Silver and Guard in the way that the Greenskins will have a tough time getting back to these two Sisters of Avalorn. We'll see how long they can stay online. Silver Helms not having a good time. They did beat the Orc Boar Boys, but now they're dealing with Squig Herds, just chomping at them from every angle. And go the Savage Orc Boy. Savage Orc Biggins? Yes. I honestly have just been saying Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins for so long. Whenever I start saying Savage, I'm like, this is a 20-syllable sentence I'm starting. Nasty Skulkers just get a Wah, but it's not enough to save them at the moment. Of course, the Wah is for the whole army, not just the Nasty Skulkers. 50 melee attacks to charge in for the Everqueen's Court Guards, but they're getting rear charged by a dragon right now, and as soon as that ITP wears off, they will terror out. Boar Boys are also joining in on the fight, though. I don't know how long the Everqueen's Court Guards can hold out all on their own. Phoenix Guard losing to the Crimson Kilos and Orc Boys. Makes sense, makes sense. Everything here so far is checking out. There go the Nasty Skulkers, there go the Boar Boys, and both the Sisters of Avalorn are saved. Balance power is about 50-50 as some Goblin Archers are firing into the elite High Elf Archer ladies. They have pretty high melee stats, 50 melee defense, but that doesn't help you at all against arrows that are hitting you in the face. The Goblin's doing pretty good, though Apotheosis is going to try and heal these guys up while they continue to fire over at the Black Orcs and Orc Boys. Not getting out a ton of damage, to be honest. Orc Boys are back. Now they're immune to terror for just a second, and the second Wah is out to make sure that they can get a little bit more melee stats. Grimgor is about to get Arcane Unforged. Take that, Grimgor. No more magic for you. I guess that's how that works. And the balance power is starting to tip against the High Elves, and I would agree. The Phoenix Guard are not doing very much on the front line. They're just kind of sucking and dying, as Phoenix Guard do. Spearmen are holding forever, but only amounts to so much. The Silver Helms are losing on the flanks pretty badly. The High Elf caster is doing her best. Nice little breath attack down on the Black Orcs. Then she's going to charge into the Savage Orc Biggins to buy more time. The Sisters of Avalorn are dumping fire into the enemy, but it's like, it's just unimpressive. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Elven Archers tonight, but the more elite, the worse. Except for the Waywatchers. Trogdor's Waywatchers kick tons of ass. But Deepwood Scouts, Sisters of Avalorn, pretty meh stuff from them. The Sour Guts can get mad. Oh, yeah, you're right. I think the Sour Guts are actually the best improvement. Yeah. Trogdor? Dude, yeah. Every turn he has their own meta, and this tournament's meta is apparently Valkia. It's just like Khorne and Warriors of Chaos spamming Valkia. The Skaven Mortars are also very good, but I would still honestly say the Sour Guts. The Sour Guts are so good compared to basic Pink Horrors. The next new player tourney in the EU-friendly time zone. Yes, it is. It is going to be next Wednesday, and I will be casting it. We're not foisting this one upon Tactical Lich. I know I stopped casting the game. You can kind of see everything that's happening in front of you here, but it is just a slow grind to the death of High Elves. They're ridiculously high melee defense stats, keeping them alive for now, but they're just not putting out the DPS, so the writing was kind of on the wall about 2 minutes ago that they're not winning this. They're just not trading any value back, unfortunately for them. It's not really a misplay from the player, it's just High Elf units being High Elf units. Phoenix Guard weren't fighting well against the Black Orcs. Sisters of Avalorn, no matter how much you protected them, weren't getting the DPS out that Mini needed, and then their Archmage lost. Will we see the Skaven meta? That's gonna be a while. Basic Pink Horrors are usable at least. I'll give you that. That's true, yes. Good win from Corvus Glaive. Pretty straightforward. Nice green skin rush. Savage Orc Biggins and Black Orcs holding up the front line with Grimgor while some flanks went down. And Squigs getting thousands of value versus Silver Helms is something you see every single day. Look at that goblin. 1600 value from shooting at the Sisters of Avalorn. Damn. This is the first tournament I can remember casting of Mini. I apparently forget people sometimes, even though I try to remember them. So I do hope to see Mini back in the next new player tournaments we host. We do, like I said, I flip every week. So next week will be EU time zone friendly. Week after that will be back to this time zone. So do not fret. There will always be something for you. But Mini and chat, do hope to keep seeing you around. Our finals just came in, so we have that. But I have one more game to cast before the finals. It is 0 versus Torzen. And somebody asked for Khorne. Here is more Khorne. It's also our first Tomb Kings of the night. And I was promised a banger. Which faction does Benson from the regular show prefer? Benson. I need to make sure I'm thinking of the right guy. Benson is the gumball machine, right? Yeah, he's the gumball machine. Judging by how angry he is all the time, he probably plays Slaanesh. You know what? Yeah, he plays Slaanesh because here's the thing: is I bet in his own free time he's a little bit degenerate. So he's like, "Ooh, Slaanesh, yes, don't mind if I do." But then the current state of Slaanesh and how bad they are all the time, he just gets like pissed off and probably throws his keyboard a lot. So I think it works on multiple levels. Yeah. Okay. For the Tomb Kings, teeny tiny little build because they don't want to feed Khorne kills to get them a whole bunch of buffs. We have 4 Tomb Guard, 3 with Halberds, 1 is the Kepper Guard. Arc in the black with just Spirit Leech and then his summon. We do have a Necrotect with their heal and debuffs, and then a Tomb Prince with Guardian. Triple Ushopti Greatbow, one of which is Chosen Gods. And we do have the Eyes of the Desert Sporkle Stalker. On the other side, 4 Khorne charging in. We have some Flesh Hounds on the flanks, looking to get in there. Bloodletters. After their demonic buffs, I like Bloodletters a lot. Some Minotaurs of Khorne, looks like 3 of them overall, and Marauders. Pretty straightforward build on both sides. And of course, tonight's favorite, Valkia. Sporkle Stalkers were laying in wait to surprise some things, but it looks like the Flesh Hounds don't care for surprises and immediately just dive into a 3-on-1 fight with the Sporkle Stalkers. And the Ushopti Greatbows are desperately firing to make the most of what they can, but the Marauders of Khorne are in. They're already harassing down the Ushopti. Khorne has taken a lot of damage, but now is the time for their revenge as they finally get in here. Sporkle Stalkers down. Ooh, that was a lot of damage on the Kepper Guard. Anyway, Sporkle Stalkers down to half HP and falling, but a nice Spear Slaupnir takes over half HP off the Kepper Guard. Damn. The Bloodletters need to connect with the Tomb Guards. They'll do very well. Marauders might not have the real oomph to get through these halberds, but the Bloodletters should. Bloodletters actually going to go for the Chosen of the Gods. Again, they're high melee stats, and armor piercing is going to be fine versus the Chosen of the Gods. And these Flesh Hounds tearing up the Sporkle Stalkers, making sure the Ushopti can't really flee anywhere. And Marauders completely saturating the backline, making sure the Ushopti Greatbows also don't have too much to do. Unfortunately, we do have a Minotaur that is currently forgotten, getting peppered with Ushopti Greatbow shots. We'll see if Khorne remembers that he is back there in a timely fashion. Flesh Hounds charging into halberds. They'll get some decent damage, but I actually really liked what they were doing earlier better. Rather than fighting halberds, I liked when they were just fighting the constructs. As the Tomb King's Hero Hammer continues to fight the Minotaurs of Khorne. They are blinded, but a Horde of Khorne on top of it does give them their melee stats right back. Kepper Guard are very low. One of the halberds is very low, another halberd is very low, and another halberd is at half HP. For the Tomb Kings, they have 500 models, so Khorne's got about 200 kills so far, and I already saw a Horn of Khorne, which means they'll probably, the best they can get is a tier 2 armor ability, or 2 more tier 1s in the course of this fight, probably. Because of crumbling and disintegrating, they're not going to get every kill that's on the board. The Minos that were once forgotten are in. Sporkle Stalkers in danger of falling down. All 3 Ushopti Greatbows are in supreme trouble. They have a lot of HP, but they have nowhere to stand and shoot and get away from it all. And oh, that one took a lot of damage in the blink of an eye. I maintain my belief that Contip is the best Tomb King's Lord. He's pretty good. I still think Arkin is just better, but he's pretty good. In comes the Ushopti summon. It is temporary, so we'll see how long it stays on the field. That is also a Skeleton Warrior summon. There's a lot of fake-ass summons out here. That actually might just be feeding Khorne kills. I forgot about that. So maybe we will get a Sword of Khorne if they eat up that summon. Ushapti are trying to get away. 2 of them are crumbling. 1 manages to rally, but the Flesh Hounds are just barreling through the front line to keep after these guys and make sure that they stay honest. Purple Stalkers are out. Tomb Guard are out. But in the blob fight, Khorne is running into some longevity issues. Losing their Minotaurs, Marauders are going to rout, and these Bloodletters are going to demonic disability crumble. We still have 1 Bloodletter in there fighting. And a really good Spear Slapnir down the line. That finishes off the summon, finishes off the Kepler Guard most likely, and Valkia gets a lot of hits onto Arkan. Fleshhound's 0 leadership gets back up to 1 as they desperately try and fight, but they're gonna die. Chosen the Gods, will they manage to rally or will they actually just crumble to their death as other Shop Grape, but looks like they'll be fine. We do need some Minotaurs to bounce out and kill these guys real quick. It wouldn't take them long at all. As these Fleshhounds overstayed their welcome fighting these Tomb Guard, unfortunately. That did cost them quite a lot. Valkia in the middle fighting Tomb Prince, Arkan, and the Necrotech. Gets really big shots onto the Tomb Prince, gets a couple good hits in here and there. Now having some serious deja vu. We definitely have not ever cast this game before, but this isn't a meme, I just got the weirdest flash of deja vu. But it didn't come true. For some reason I was thinking Valkia killed the Necrotech, but then couldn't get away from Arkan and the Tomb Prince and just died as she slowly tried to walk out of here and got caught on her own troops, but that didn't happen, so it was odd. It's very odd. Chosen the Gods are gone. Basic Ushapti charging back to the fight. Arkan gets a Skeleton Warrior summon out and a Spirit Leech onto Valkia. Khorne is routing in every direction, but we do have nearly a full health Minotaur. And remember, that Skeleton's fake. Marauders will be back soon. Valkia can cycle charge back in, which she probably will want to. The longer this game goes on, the worse it is for Khorne. You're just charging up more Arkan summons, more Arkan Spirit Leeches and whatever. Valkia has to kind of commit. And it's not like these Skeleton Warriors aren't Tomb Guard or anything. I mean, she'll be fine. She just lands on the Ushapti Great Post. It's a great target. It's fine. Minos also need to turn and fight. Not need to for any rules, just like need to for tactical reasons. Context spamming spells can keep your army attack for way longer. Yeah. Valkyrie jumps down with Demon Shield, being invulnerable as the Minotaurs charge in. Skeleton Summon has 10 seconds left before it fades away, and then it'll be all these Marauders, but Valkyrie just terror routes away. Oh, does he have Tomb Strike? Tomb Strike is up for the Tomb Prince, giving him terror, plus a Spirit Leech on Valkyrie means she is going to route away from here. And something terrible is happening. Horn of Khorne is out, but these guys are also blinded by the little Necrotech that could. His constant debuff from his Van Braces of the Sun is getting really annoying for Khorne to deal with. There is somebody's Curse. Curse doing a lot of damage to all these Khornates. We're all blobbed up. Valkia taking a ton of damage. Will not rout for some reason. Now she starts to go. She needs to get far away from here just for the leadership of her army. She's about spent for this game, so just leave. Make sure that the Minotaurs don't rout on your way out of here. Necrotech at half HP. Wait, Necrotech's almost dead. Tomb Prince at half HP. Arkan below that. But Khorne's leadership is faltering. Really need to make sure that Valkia does not die. Otherwise, this game is over. Even though it might be over besides that, the Minotaur's barely clinging to life. Both of them staying in the fight with some Marauders also to help them. There goes the Marauders, and the Marauders might take the Minotaurs with them. There's a Skeleton Summon that's probably sealed the deal. As that last Minotaur gets too low, he does fade away. GG's from Torazin and Zero. Ushapti Great Bows and Sparkle Stalkers got some decent value despite being in melee like constantly. Tomb Guards did well. For Zero, Minos did okay. Valkia did great. Fleshhounds did okay. Marauders did fine. The Fleshhounds definitely just needed to not commit to the Tomb Guard blob, and they needed to keep hunting down the Ushaptis on the side or getting cycle charging in. But when they just like committed to the Tomb Guard and died, that was a big whoopsie. Big whoopsie. All right. This is the grand finals. Blob Sauce and MG Par. Kislev versus Kislev. This is the final game of the day. Both of these two were undefeated in the Swiss stage, and now we are just having them do a tiebreaker to determine the first place person. And then I need to go to bed. Alright, Kislev versus Kislev. On one side, we have Kosovoid Dervishes for the green side. in Vanguard. 2 Griffin Legion, 3 Griffin Legion not in the Vanguard, 4 Streltsy, 5 Armored Kossars in the front line, Ice Witch of Tempest with Hailstorm and Gust of Truthlight. On the other side for red, Kossovite Dervishes and Warbear Riders, 2 Warbear Riders, 2 Little Groms, Ice Witch of Tempest with Gust of Truthlight and Hailstorm, and then Armored Kossars and Kossars. So Streltsy and Griffin Legion versus Little Groms and Warbears. Yes, Deathjacks are terrible. Little Groms maybe getting left on their own. They are firing at the Griffin Legion, going to get some good value out, but they are left to their own devices, and now Kossovite Dervishes charge them, and nothing is nearby to bail them out. It looks like the other Kossovite Dervishes are maybe coming back to save the Little Groms. That could be a bad start. Armored Kossars and Kossars firing with Streltsy and Armored Kossars. Both sides just pistoling each other, no one wanting to get into melee. And yes, the red cavalry does notice what's going on, and they are coming to bail out the Little Groms. Warbear Riders and Dervishes trying to chase off these guys as the Griffin Legion get a sideways charge into them. The Warbear Riders are just happy to get a fight with somebody. They love fighting cavalry. They live for this shit. Yeah, look at those Griffin Legion just getting murdered! Oh my god! That is horrendous. Meanwhile, this Little Grom is in some serious danger. The other one does get peeled successfully, so we'll see if these cavalry can turn sideways and get to these dervishes and save the other Little Grom too. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, the big cav fight that's happening up here. I love how I don't even have to pay attention to the front line, because both front lines are just shooting at each other. It's just a constant barrage of bullets. Anyway. The Griffin Legions are now starting to trade back well onto the Warbear Riders, but they took a lot of damage to do so. Already routed off 1 Dervish. The Snow Leopard is summoned. Snow Leopard summon is out for the red team. They are going to push these guys away. Little Groms are back online, and 1 is super damaged, but with artillery pieces, damage doesn't matter until the unit's dead. I know that seems stupid, but it's not like, oh, it lost a couple models or something. No, it's still 100% damage capacity. It's fine. Griffin Legion charge forward into Armored Kossars. Regular Kossars trying to back off, so Warbear Riders have Buyer Blood popped as they continue to try and fight their way out. That Griffin Legion's very low, Dervishes are very low, and this Griffin Legion is half health as the Little Groms now start to fire into the Cav blob. Let me see it. Let me see 1 big shot down the line. Don't tell me you're obstructed. Fuck you. You fire. You shoot. Yes, you do. This Little Grom was shooting at something else entirely. There's the shot. Down the line, good hit onto the Griffin Legion. A little bit of poke on the Kossovite Dervishes, and these Griffin Legion are separating out, but the other Warbear Riders are here, ready to come down the line and peel for Little Groms if needed. In the distance, more Kossovite Dervishes are fighting other Dervishes, and they are coming back to fight the Little Groms. But a shot down the line from Little Grom. Good damage on the Griffin Legion. Other Little Grom, don't know what he's aiming at right now, but he can think about it. The Warbears are going to fight. This is a terrible angle for the Griffin Legion because they're fighting the Warbears, right? But they also have their backs to Little Groms so they can get shot at the same time. That is brutal stuff. Green's front line is winning. Slowly but surely, they're showing up. Their cavalry is losing, and red is ahead on the balance of power. Both of their mages are... they're both pretty healthy. The Dervishes look like they might have gotten another surprise attack onto Grom. Can they finish him off this time, or will that other Dervish come out of the woods yet again to save Little Grom from his fate? Streltsy moving up. Streltsy are very healthy. Well, one of them is. The others are quite injured. But the red team's front line is almost non-existent. We'll see if the Little Groms and 1 Warbear and 1 Dervish can carry, or if it won't be enough. And the Streltsy fire sideways into the basic Kossars. When did you switch the Empire Total War? Ha. Are these the usual spell choices for Kislev? They're popular. I don't know if they're the best, but they're popular. I personally prefer just Blizzard or just Death Frost. But some people like Hail Frost and Gust of Truthlight. Yeah. Anyway, Kossovite Dervishes still fighting. The Warbear Riders eat them alive. Other Dervishes also came out of the woods to save them, but ooh, could be a good hailstorm if these guys don't dodge, but looks like dodge they shall. Nope, not enough. They get caught up in Little Grom. Good little poke. So green. Green has ranged units, mostly infantry left. Red, cavalry, and Little Grom. Who wins? Fight. Streltsy took some damage from the hailstorm, and now they're out of position. They're all trying to reform ranks and fire, but they're not fast enough. The Dervishes are in, though. Those are just the Dervishes, not the Warbear Riders. So the Streltsy should actually be able to hold their own and fight back, especially with occasional shots coming in from the other Streltsy. It's a banger. Warbird Rider's getting a lot of damage out, but honestly, if they get focused fired for even like a second, this game could turn around pretty quickly. There's still an awful lot of Streltsy left, and if they all combo fire on the Warbears, they're unshielded. They don't have that much HP, and they're very expensive. Ice Witch of Tempest is trying to get away. Streltsy are already poking on the Warbear Riders, getting the big damage out. All the Streltsy are now turning over, doing exactly what they wanted them to do. As a big overcasted hailstorm is going to hit the Streltsy. It'll be decent damage, but it's mostly knocking them to the ground, which is going to be the problem. But like, look at those Warbear Riders, man. They're taking a lot of damage from this range fire. It's no joke. Little Grom's still kiting it out, however. I would definitely say red is advantaged. I'm not trying to say green is like secretly advantaged or anything, but I also don't think it's over. Like, these Streltsy are a bit of a menace. Armored Kossar is going to beat up on that Ice Witch of Tempest. She has to be much more careful than she is. She is fucking around with power she doesn't know. The Warbear Riders that were previously so healthy now taking a ton of damage as these Streltsy separate themselves, and they're going to go push away the little Groms. We also have some Armored Kossars on the flanks that refuse to give up and keep chasing around our Kislevite friends. Dervish is going to flank a little bit. Nice Hailstorm to cut off the advancing Streltsy as they walk into it to take a bunch of damage. These Armored Kossars need to find a home. Looks like they were previously shooting at something and ran out of ammunition, and they just stopped in place. These guys do peel, getting another Streltsy back into the fight by getting rid of the Armored Kossars, but they got to focus up. They got to shoot at these Warbears. I think they got a little lackadaisical thinking the Warbears were all done, but the Warbears are coming through, pushing through the Armored Kossars, and they're going to hit the Streltsy whose Bio Blood is the only thing that's keeping them in the fight for right now. These Streltsy were trying to get the Little Groms. They weren't quite able to do so before the Kossar fight. Dervishes hit them in the back, and Little Grom snipes out that other one. Army losses is getting very close for Green Kislev, and I don't disagree, though. It was an admirable scrap to the very end. Unfortunately for them, that end is near. Their Ice Witch of Tempest is getting chased around by the other one. Little Grom gets a juicy hit in, and that is Army losses. Anybody who has Bio Blood smokes them if they got them, which a couple have them. And a funny little Hailstorm on a Little Grom that does more damage than I would have expected, but not enough to really matter. Well played to Blob Sauce to get to the finals. Good run through the Swiss stage, undefeated, but MG Par will be our winner for today in the Kislev Mirror. Bear Riders and Little Groms beating up on Griffin Legion and Streltsy. Not how I thought that would go down, but well played to him. Well played through the whole tournament. Now, if you're out there and you're leaving, give me a second, all right? Give me a second. If you're MG Par... If you're MG Par and you're like, well, I want a new player tournament, what do I do now? Do I just not get anything? No, come on, dude. Don't be that way. Fuck you. We do have this Find Matches tab. Even when there is no tournament going on, you can just queue up here. If you type game, you'll get matched with someone else. This is a big paragraph, but it just tells you our house rules of like stuff that's banned, so games don't suck ass. And then we have a pick and ban system, but it's best of 3 bot, matches you with other people. Wins and losses get you on the current standings board. It's a leaderboard we have for people who are great and amazing and awesome. If you don't feel like doing that, we also have a best of 1 practice pit. It's unranked. It's just best of 1. It's literally just quick battles, but with people that you can talk to on Discord and might not be tools. So there's that. It's unranked. It's more for fun. Find Matches is a little more sweaty, a little more try hard, best of 3s. We also have a lot of tournaments. Tequila Sunset has been hosting a ton, just like so many. We also have Pigeon Hawk, who's hosting a large unit-sized tournament. Tequila Sunset hosts a bunch of for fun ones. A couple of his are serious and try hard. And as we did say, every week we have a new player tournament. Some are in the NA time zone, some are in the EU. We do keep switching around there. So really, if you want any multiplayer action, new player or otherwise, our Discord's got it, dude. Our Discord's got it. So hop in, have a good time. It's free, right? Also, if you are a new player and you're looking to get better, we do have a list of coaches. Say you want to learn Bretonia, you can message anybody in this list. They signed up to be on this list. You're not annoying them. We asked people, hey, do you want to answer questions from new players? And they said yes. If they ever get tired of it, they'll tell us to remove their name from the list, and we'll do that. So message them. My name's on there a couple times. You can bother me about builds and stuff. That's fine. You can also post replays, not just from our events, but from quick battles. You can post them into this chat. And we'll give you some advice. Again, it doesn't even have to be a tournament replay. It can just be a quick battle. Like, hey, I feel like I should have won this. I lost. How do I get better? And then other more experienced players will answer those questions. I mean, Blob Sauce is in here. Look at him. Look at Blob Sauce in here. Being in here and shit. It's a good time. We also have a looking for games tab, but I don't know if anybody ever had success with this chat. So I don't want to be a dick, just saying. Not a lot of people have been able to find stuff with looking for games, but the best of one pit does okay. Find matches is usually popping. So check it out, or don't. Do whatever. That's all I have for you tonight. Hopefully you had a good time. I gotta go to bed. Thanks for hanging around. We're just catching up with chat. I would send you guys somewhere in a raid, but I don't think anybody's streaming this late at night. Not Warhammer 3 anyway. Yeah, I don't think anybody's streaming this late at night. Alright. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye.